Morgan Smith here, Texarkana Game Day, coming to you live from Texarkana Country Club from the Brewer Memorial Classic. We have an 18-team matchup today in the final round. Bad weather yesterday forced us to not be able to bring you the coverage. Apologize about that, but Denton Geyer is leading at plus 18 on the day. Highland Park, there's 3 teams tied for second. Highland Park, J.J. Pierce, South Lake Carroll, your Texas High Tigers are at number 6 at plus 23. Leading the tournament is Matthew Watkins from Rockwall with -5, which I just cannot believe with the weather how it was yesterday. Played a really, really good golf round. Daniel Fuller, South Lake Carroll, at -2 on the round. Brody Hanley, -1. Luke Elcom, even. Camden Robertson for Texas High is +2. Texas High is just, I believe, 5 strokes back off the lead. Playing at their home course, I believe that we'll see a great day out of him tonight. A couple things that happened yesterday. Thomas Curry ended up taking a 9 on a hole, accidentally played the wrong ball. Without that, I believe he would have shot a 74. So looking for big things to come from him today. And we'll have players coming up on 18 and 9. We'll bring you 18 and 9 coming in, 10 teeing off, 1 teeing off today. We're really excited about this. I cannot find anywhere where this has been done before, so at the high school level. So this is a first for all of us. I know the kids are excited. We're really excited to be here. I believe it's going to be in the 40s most of the morning. So kind of excited to see how these players go along with the weather change. Thank goodness it's not going to be cold, or not cold. Thank goodness it's not going to be raining like it was yesterday. Well, welcome in Grayson Jones, Henderson State golfer. Tell us a little bit. How is the weather going to affect the ball today?
Well, when it's cold like this, it's not going to go as far. Ball doesn't want to compress as easily. So typically I play 2 to 3 yards for every 10 degrees. So with the way the guys have been playing, it's 85, 90, and it's 40 right now. So that's a full club difference.
So you played in this tournament, I guess, all 4 years of high school?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we played in it all 4 years. Freshman year, we didn't play too good. My sophomore year was the first time we won the event as a team, and then we won it again my junior year. Senior year, I don't remember what we finished.
It's probably not good if you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was my sophomore year. Garrett and I went into a playoff with 2 kids from South Lake Carroll and one on number 1.
Hayden, switch to the people coming up 18. So we have a group coming up 18. Looks like all 3 players hit the fairway. The pin placement on, not on 18, on 9. The pin placement is pretty far back today. It's kind of on that ridge. It reminds me of the APT tournament they had out here. I believe the pin was almost in the exact same place for the final day of that.
Yeah, and with that pin back there, you can't really see it from the fairway, but you have so much more green to work with. When they put that pin at the front of the green, you don't realize it, but it's so hard to get it close just because of the way the green sits and the shot coming in. Makes it a lot harder to get the ball to stop on these greens because they tend to be relatively firm.
If you haven't been to Texarkana Country Club before, most of these greens are going to be 3 and 4 tier, correct?
Yeah, there's a lot of undulation in them, especially compared to the old greens, which got taken out in, I believe, 2014.
So to give you an idea, on 1, it's a straight par 4. It's surrounded by sand. If you were to go over, big drop on the backside, it's not a green you want to miss or go long on or really go short. The only safe spot if you're not going to hit the green is left. I didn't grab a pin sheet, so I'm not actually sure where the pin placement is today, but I'm sure it's not going to be easy. 2 is a par 5. Number 3 is a long par 3, I would consider. 4, which plays second hardest on the course, is a dogleg left. 5, I would say, is probably one of the easier holes on this course, the par 4. Followed by par 3, par 5, another short par 4, but you can't go for it unless you're going to hit over the trees on it. I don't think we're going to see that today, do you? We don't have any Grayson Jones hitters out here.
Nobody. I don't know if anybody else is dumb enough to try it except for me.
So we have some players coming in.
The first kid came up front of the green, so he's going to have a long putt. Oh, and that'll be a kind of a difficult up and down. He's got green to work with over there, but it's straight down the hill, straight down grain. So
it's hard to tell. I guess everybody's in jackets. Normally you'd be able to tell what school is hitting.
Yeah, I'll pull up the parents.
Okay. That looked like a good swing. Let's see where it goes.
Yep.
Oh, man. Put it in there tight. I called that one. Good swing and good result.
What do we call those, Morgan?
Deal for dimes. Yeah, that can go viral. We'll see if we have any game day certified good shots today. We'll bring you these pairings. We're pulling up the pairings right now. So we know
Okay,
exactly
so
who
we've got now we've got Lufkin, Byron Nelson, and Jesuit Prep coming up 9. Coming up 18, we have.
Oh, look at this shot on 18. Oh, it just fell on the left side of that ridge. Man,
That would have been really
If
good.
that would have fell on the right side, that would have been great.
I would have to assume that this is the 17A group, which is Denton Geyer, South Lake Carroll, and Highland Park, because there's nobody listed as starting on 18.
So you said on 18 we have Highland Park.
South Lake Carroll and Denton Geyer.
All right. We're coming back over to 9 here. See, I see 2 balls on the green. Where did the third one go?
Left over there. So on 9 we have Max Reimer, Gage Gallo, and Michael Rasmussen. Sorry, that's way incorrect. That was 8A. 9A is Sean Mello, Brady Ruth, and Ian Bostwick.
On 18 we have Sam Sewell, Braxton Neiman, Christian Clark. If I'm looking at it right.
Let's see, 17A. Oh, yeah, 18. I actually thought, I didn't see where they started on 18.
Is that this guy's tee shot down here on 18 that he's standing over?
Probably.
Man, that's deep.
Yeah, if they move that tee up and put it on the right side, you can get it started further left and just take it over the trees.
What hole are we showing? What hole are we showing?
Okay.
What do you give this? What do you give this player right here on the birdie?
I mean, it's a difficult putt, especially being downhill, down green. It should be working a little bit back towards the front of the green. I haven't hit any putts to know exactly how they're rolling, but based on how they were on Thursday when I played, they're really fast.
Yeah,
so
I was out here Wednesday, and they were super fast. One of the fastest
should be good.
Fastest I've ever played. We're about to go back to 18. Man, this guy right here, he's going to have a tough putt. Up a little bit of a ridge, down it. That's going to break a left on him pretty hard, isn't it?
Yeah, coming over that ridge, it'll snap, and then once it gets back down to the hole, it should try to fall back to the right. I don't know how much, but
We have a player hitting out of the sand on 18 here. Ooh, look at that.
that could be pretty decent.
That was a good shot.
Release. It's probably got 8 to 10 feet.
John Kelly couldn't hit it better himself.
No, not a chance. He'd tell you he could, though.
Yeah, he definitely would do that. I tell you, these first 2 groups, man, there's some really good golfers in this tournament. That 67 yesterday, man, with the weather like it was.
Yeah, that was really good. And then I think there was a 70 and a 71 also.
Oh, wow. I hate Thomas had that, hit the wrong golf ball on that hole, man. He had a really good
He played
round.
well other than that.
Yeah, Thomas always plays well.
Yeah.
Like he always shoots about the same.
Yeah, for sure. Let's
I
see.
can't wait to see him him growing over the next few years.
Yeah, as he gets a little size on him and gets a little more experience, Thomas, he's going to do big things. He's certainly somebody to watch out for in Texas high school golf.
Looks like he's going to putt it from right off the green on 18.
Yeah, that putt should move quite a bit left to right.
It's a little firm to me.
Yeah, that was a little firm. Probably got 8-10 feet coming back.
You know, one thing about, Texarkana Country Club is a beautiful club, but, I know these kids are good golfers. For somebody who's not a great golfer like me, who's going to shoot in the 80s probably every round I play, if I'm lucky, the speed compared to other golf courses is just not really comparable. If you go to a public course first coming out here, man, how beautiful this course looks right now.
Yeah, it
Early
looks
mornings.
great. It looks great. Kenny does a great job, as the superintendent, keeping everything in good shape and keeps the grass green as late in the year as he can, and then gets it green again as early as he can. The kid who had the putt down the hill for birdie on 18 runs it just by the hole, missed it just to the right. He's got probably 2.5, 3 feet coming back for par. I believe that was Denton Geyer.
Does this weather, might be a dumb question, there's dew on the greens. Does this affect putting at all?
When there's dew on the greens, they might be slightly slower, but most of the time for tournaments, they've either just mowed or rolled them, and so the dew's gone. But if they haven't done anything to them and there is dew on the greens, it's a little bit slower. And typically, if you're the second group to play it, and you can hit it close to where somebody else did, you get a little bit of a track to putt down.
Did he make that putt over there?
I don't believe so. I couldn't tell, though.
He had a great approach shot.
Let's see where Garrett is.
On to 9. Let's see, approach shot in. Who is this, Grayson coming in?
It should be Dallas Jesuit, Byron Nelson, and Lufkin, but I'm not sure who is where. The only one I see in the fairway is Lufkin.
Yeah, we got a player to the right, kind of. I play over there quite a bit.
Oh, we've got a kid over there in the
that's a big
just
tee
on
shot,
the edge of
yeah.
the left trees that we can't really see from here.
The player to, if you're watching on the screen, to your left, just hit a low one. Oh man, he hit the bottom of that tree. Oh, look at this, still rolled up on the green.
Yeah, he got a really good break, and it ended up working out for him. He'll have a long putt similar to the one I think his teammate might have had just a minute ago.
Who's in the purple here?
Lufkin. So let's.
Oh yeah, all right. Let's see the approach shot in. Setup looks really good.
It's going to look pretty good. Might have chunked it a little. Yeah, he did. He leaves it just short right of the green. And that was Will Stafford from Lufkin.
So is this guy on the coming up in front? Did he hit his ball even further? Was he just standing out of their way? It's hard for us to see. We have kind of a hill in front of us, but
I don't know. He might have already hit, and we couldn't tell. Maybe pitched out from the trees up just short of the green somewhere. It's hard to tell when you can't really see what's going on.
let's go to number 10 tee box real quick. Keep an eye on that. Teeing off on 10, there's a bunker right almost in the middle of the fairway. Left is dead, and you don't really want to go too far right. It's kind of one of these shots you kind of really need to hit a straight tee shot on.
Yeah, left is the only out of bounds on the golf course, so that certainly doesn't help things. You can miss it as far right as you want or hit it straight through the fairway. Either way, as long as you don't hit it left, you'll at least have a shot at the green for your second. Got a kid on 10 tee box going with an interesting strategy. He's wearing 2 gloves.
My hands are cold. I think he's hitting looks like a 3-wood. That's a good looking golf swing.
Yeah, look pretty good.
I don't know if he's happy with it. It's so hard on 10 right now. Sun's coming up and it's just so hard to see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Byron Nelson was a school.
Yeah.
I saw the golf cart that said Byron Nelson. I'm like, what's going on out here?
Yeah, it's kind of cool having a high school named after Byron Nelson, obviously one of the greats to ever play the game. But not only that, Byron was actually the head pro here at Texarkana Country Club for a long time, and his master's preparation was always to come out here and play, and he'd play here for a couple weeks, and then head down to Augusta.
You know, a little bit more history. I think he had his one and only double eagle.
On number 16. There's a plaque in the fairway. It's now about 235, 40 yards from the green, but back when Byron Nelson made his double eagle there, the green was actually placed a lot closer to where he would have hit from. So if you've played here, the two fairway bunkers that are probably 70 to 80 yards short of the green, that's where the green used to sit, and now they've moved it back closer to the creek.
Is Lufkin here setting up for putt? No, it's not Lufkin. I can't see. Did that go in?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Hey, pull that microphone up for her. The one that's on the ground down there. How are you?
Morning.
We have Samantha joining us. Professional golfer, great day of golf. Thank you for coming out here with us. Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, for now, it's supposed to be in mid-70s later, I believe.
That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha, so I talked to him earlier. How does your preparation change for cold weather versus warm weather?
Oh gosh.
You're a little more used to the cold weather than we would be.
Yeah. Gosh, I guess the biggest thing is just honestly trying to stay as warm as you can.
Yeah.
Those hot hands packets for your hands, those saved my life a lot.
Does it affect the golf ball a lot?
It a little bit, definitely. Distance, you're not going to get as much when it's colder. But
I wonder Grayson doesn't like playing in cold weather.
Yeah. I already hit it short enough, Morgan. You should know that.
Man, I can outdrive you on my worst day.
I won't argue.
John Kelly hit it 75 yards farther than you.
Yeah. That watch is real, too.
Craig Jenkins is watching with us. He couldn't be here today. Hate that. I was hoping to get Craig out here to call a little golf with us.
It would have been funny.
He claims he's a great golfer.
I guess we'll have to put that to the test.
Yep. So give me who's going to be coming up 18 right now?
This would be. What if we had two groups go through 18?
That too, yeah.
So this would be the 17B group. So it would be Denton Geyer from Connor, or it would be Connor McCaskill from Denton Geyer, Carson Stipetic from South Lake Carroll, and Burke Arthur from Highland Park.
So 17, you think we're going to probably see the lowest net score from 17 today of all holes? I don't know where the
yeah,
tee
more
box
than
is
likely.
today.
I mean, with it being a drivable par 4 for some of these kids, and then even for the kids who can't drive it, they can get it right up in front of the green. Leaves you a short pitch and a putt, and it's a good chance to make birdie.
Man, how about this weather change? It was like 90 degrees Thursday.
Yeah, it was nice, and I don't know, I like this because I'm ready for hunting season, but for golf, it's not ideal.
this is why I moved away from Colorado, to not have to deal with this cold weather.
Colorado has more days of sunshine, though.
I always
Well, it
tell
just
Jennifer, I'm
snowed
like,
there.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't believe we
alright.
choose to live here. It's so hot and miserable.
And then it gets like this.
Now I'm complaining about it being cold. I can't make it happy. Let's see, balls up on 18. Came up a little short.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward pitch, so you shouldn't have too much of an issue.
think the main thing on 18, of course, Grayson, you're going to be a professional golfer. Sam, you are. Somebody like me who doesn't have a lot of control, I kind of just aim for the center every time. But I think the key for them right now, just looking at this, I need to be on the right side of that ridge to give themselves a chance at birdie, I would assume, right?
Right. And even if they did hit it towards the middle, that slope is going to kick it down toward that pin anyways. So, like you said, middle of the green is always a safe bet.
What kind of advantage do you think these Texas High players have, being their home course and practicing here?
Like we were talking about earlier, with as much undulation as in the greens, the more practice and more time you can spend on them, the better off you're going to be. And the kids see these pin placements every day. So they get used to knowing where to hit it, where not to hit it. And even if you do hit it in a place you probably shouldn't, they've more than likely hit that recovery shot a time or two and have a better idea of how to play it than someone who's never played the golf course.
We got a ball just in on 18. It's going to be a very tough putt down there. Who do we have coming up on 18 right now, you said?
On 18, it should be Denton Geyer, Highland Park, and South Lake Carroll.
Some really good tee shots from those guys on that hole. It's right down in the middle of the fairway, assuming they hit it over the trees.
Yeah, either that or the tees are far enough on their right side where they really didn't have to go too much around them, or over them, sorry.
What do you play on this hole, Grayson? Do you just go over?
I hit the highest snap hook I can.
What about you, Sam?
I can't get it quite over the trees. I don't hit it quite far enough, so I have to hit kind of a bigger draw and just get as close as I can.
I do the hit and hope method.
It doesn't always work out, the high snap hook. I've had as little as 65, 70 yards in, but playing out here on Thursday, I was behind the bunker by the chipping green, 170 yards.
During that APT tournament in July, I think it was, I was over on the chipping green, and a ball lands like 2 feet from me. And then I hear 4. And I'm like, where did this ball come from? And I thought somebody on 12 topped it. And when I mean I'm by the chipping green, I'm on the other side of the chipping green. And this ball lands over there. And this guy comes, and somehow from over there was on the green in 2.
I can tell you, if you get it,
I think Truman was over there when that happened.
If you get it far enough up and right of that bunker, you actually have a shot. Like when I had 170 yards on Thursday, it was in the rough, and I didn't want to catch a flyer, so I hit pitching wedge and just hit it to the front edge of the green, and I was 5-6 yards short of the green and had a clear shot from over there.
Just for clarification, that is a very bad tee shot if you hit it over there.
Yeah, that's horrendous.
I can't hit it far enough to be over there, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm in the same boat.
Man, we just had a really long putt on 9. In there about 2 feet. That's a really long putt. Good.
So here shortly, we should have the Texas High boys coming in. They started on holes 14 through 16. So we should be seeing Thomas Curry here shortly.
He's a really good kid.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a lot of success. I think I've known him a couple of years. I know this last summer you traveled with him a little bit. He had a lot of success over the summer.
Yeah, Thomas played well this summer. First year playing with the big boys in the 15-18 division. And, for Thomas, somebody who hasn't really grown yet, he struggled a little bit early. And then once he got his feet under him and kind of realized that just because these kids hit it farther doesn't mean he can't beat them, he started to play really well.
And he's got to have great hand-eye coordination. It seems like every shot he hits is like it has topspin. I don't even know.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong on that, but it's just like...
he doesn't have enough power yet to compress the ball enough to really spin it back, so he just kind of has to play it how it comes off right now. But he spent a lot of time on the chipping and putting green, and that helps him a lot around the greens.
Oh, yeah, man, he is money around the green. I think the first time I played with him, he was driver 3-wood on almost every par 4, but it was like he was money with that 3-wood.
Yeah. If you get Thomas with a hybrid or a 3-wood into a green, he'll find a way to hit it close.
I'll switch over to 18 real quick. So we have all 3 players putting here. South Lake Carroll is going to be closest to the camera. I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing what schools these other ones are.
I believe this is South Lake Carroll we have putting right here in front of us.
Garrett Eisenhower is going to be, I believe, in the black shirt.
That's a really good looking
That is
putt.
a really good looking putt.
Oh, they just hit it a little
You know,
hard.
that putt is just so difficult. You know, it's going to break what right to left, and it's downhill the entire way. If you don't hit it hard enough, it's not going to make it over the ridge. If you do hit it hard enough, probably I can't imagine that ball stopping.
No,
good
it's.
speed
I mean, it
stopping right
might, but if you get it past the ridge, it should get down there to the hole. I'd have to imagine that Kenny had his crew out here mowing and rolling the greens this morning, so they're probably pretty fast.
We have Highland Park. So that's about to putt. Let's see what we have here. Up a little bit short. I think you underestimated the uphill speed on that one. Good looking stroke though.
Yeah, there's a lot of grain in these greens, and so that makes it a little more difficult to judge the speed unless you know them, just because of the fact that downhill, down grain is going to be pretty fast, and then uphill into the grain, you have to hit it quite a bit firmer.
Garrett Eisenhower on the putt. Oh man. Almost, I mean literally just lipped out on that one.
We might could see if Kenny's around today. We might could talk to him about the golf course and the conditions.
Yeah. If you've never been to Texarkana Country Club, I mean it's just absolutely beautiful. Ranked one of the top courses in the state of Arkansas. I'd probably put it against any course in the state of Texas. I mean, it's just always in pristine condition. But it is a very difficult golf course.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the scorecard, the distance doesn't really do it justice. It's a lot more difficult than the scorecard makes it look. You know, it's under 7,000 yards, but that doesn't change the fact that you can't hit a lot of drivers, and so you have to play your way around the dog legs and leave yourself certain shots into the greens.
South Lake Carroll just finished up. I believe took a bogey on that hole. Highland Park. Oh, lipped. Man, there's 3 lip outs just on this one hole. I tell you, that's one, you know, to me, of course, I play a lot of gimme golf, but turning the blade around the other way and knocking it in, I've missed a bunch doing that.
I did it one time in a junior tournament when I was probably 8 or 9 years old, and my dad called me over to his cart right after and said, "Son, never do that again." He said, "Eventually you're going to miss one." And that's one of the lessons that I learned without having to make the mistake.
I think I've always just been too scared to try, so.
All right. Approach shot coming in on 18. It's going to be to the right of the green. That's going to be a very tough shot over the sand. Pin placement's going to be tight.
Oh,
I think the only way to get that close would be, well, what would you do there, Sam?
He's in the bunker?
No, he's not quite in the bunker. He's outside of the bunker, other side of the green.
Oh, gosh. I mean, you kind of just have to commit to a shot, you know? He's going to have to hit it higher. He honestly could probably try to use that slope as a little backstop if he could get it high enough, just to keep it close. But you're probably just going to have to be okay with a little longer putt for your par.
What is the difference, Sam, against like just a good golfer and a professional golfer like you? You know, somebody who goes out and plays all the time versus like you with that shot right there. I was sitting here thinking I would just try to get on the green and 2-putt, but
Right.
you, that's not really an option for you. You know, you have to score. I mean, flop up in the air, try to land on the right past the sand, let it roll down. Is that just a dangerous shot for a player like you, or is that something you go for?
I would say you kind of want to make it so that it's not as dangerous. You want to get your ball on the green. The last thing you want to do is leave it short, you know, and then you have to try and get up and down for a bogey. So definitely want to try and get it on the green. But I think the biggest difference is, like you said, you want to make it just as easy as possible for the amateurs. Just get it on the green. Period. The professionals, we're gonna do our best to get it as close as we can.
Yeah.
But it's just different shots that you gain throughout playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, the more time you spend playing golf, practicing, you get bored hitting basic chips, and so you find yourself hitting the dumbest shots you possibly can, and about once a year they come to help you out.
I tell you, I have a good view of 12 right now, and man, I don't know who is in this group on 12, but they have an audience of probably 30 to 40 people down there.
Really?
Yeah. Got a player down there in shorts.
It's a bold strategy.
Yeah. Maybe he knows something we don't.
We've got kids with shorts on and kids wearing 2 gloves, so both ends of the spectrum today.
We're going back to 9. Is that a Texas High player? Oh,
No,
that's
that's gonna be Alito or Rockwall. Yeah, that's Alito.
It's so hard to tell who's who with the overcoats on. So we have Alito. Who's this closest to us right here?
I believe. I'm not sure. Let me check. That's gonna be Argyle, I believe. And that would be Jay Pabin from Lovejoy, Justice Chrisman from Argyle, and Tanner Smith from Alito.
Man, it's so hard to get to get spin on the balls around the green right there.
Yeah, and that pitch, I wouldn't really try to spin it. You want to get it rolling as fast as you can and just try to play it similar to a putt once you get it on the green. With it being up the hill and having that much green to work with, the less time in the air, the better.
So he was right on the side of the green. How do you decide, like, am I going to pitch that or am I going to putt it?
It just depends on the grain around the greens, how much there is, how fast they are. Typically in the practice rounds, I'd like to drop a few balls between, a foot and 10 feet off the green and just try to putt them and see what happens. Typically these fringes are a little slower, a little longer, and so I tend to chip it around these greens. But with something like that, I'd probably take a pitching wedge or a 9-iron and just land it on the green and run it up to the hole.
This is going to be a very difficult putt off this ridge over here on 9. Looks like he's maybe a little off the green, if I'm looking at it right. Let's see what happens there. Great speed.
Looks really good.
Oh, man, he made it.
He actually made it. What a putt.
What a putt. He's got to be really happy with that. Grayson, what is the biggest difference for some of these golfers that they're going to see? I guess really a question for both of y'all from the high school level when they go to play on to college.
As far as golf course goes, you're going to play better courses in college with the exception of this. I've got a few college teammates that actually played in this tournament in high school, and every one of them wants to come back and play with me. I get asked every day, hey, when can we go play TCC? And I tell them soon, but I've only brought a couple out so far. Typically, you're just going to see the length of the courses get longer and fairways get a little tighter. For most high school tournaments, the course prep isn't anything serious. They might set some tee markers out or make a couple special pins, but they're not going to do too much to the golf course. And in college, you will see where, they've grown up a little bit of rough, brought the fairways in maybe a touch, and really sped up the greens.
So we have one player in on 9. I'm assuming he took a birdie on that hole.
I would have to guess.
That was a great putt. That is the second putt. I know we're not on 18 right now. A putt from the back left side of the green. The pin placement is front right-ish center, and it's just a big right to left putt down here. And that's the second putt we've seen that just is not stopping near the pin. Let's go to 18 real quick. Let's see how he finishes.
We actually had 2 kids to the right of the green over there. The First one actually left it short of the bunker, or left it in the bunker, then hit his bunker shot to where he just chipped from and chipped it to a foot. So now he's got that for that's for 6, I believe.
Yeah, that was a great shot from where he was for Highland Park. Now we have South Lake Carroll and
Denton Geyer.
Denton Geyer. Looks like Connor from Denton Geyer.
Walking down the cart path on 18 to join us, we've got former Texas High golfer and very proud Baylor alumni Garrett May.
Garrett was one of the top amateurs in the country before he went pro.
Yeah, Garrett's one of my best friends, so I mess with him a lot. But we played together in high school, and then he was playing at Baylor and just recently turned pro. So he's got the second stage of Q School coming up at the end of this month, and it'll be exciting to follow his career.
Yeah. We were just talking about how we're one of the top amateurs in the country now. You're professional second year in the second stage of Q School, and I know you explained to me a little bit yesterday how kind of Q School works. When do you go back for that second stage?
Second stage, I'll figure out my site on the 15th, and then the site that I want is in McKinney, Texas, and that is the October 29th through November 1st.
So you played in some big golf tournaments and won one of the biggest amateur tournaments in the country, correct? Here recently.
Yes.
That was in
Rumford, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. How was that?
It was amazing. That golf course is awesome. The weather is just absolutely perfect.
Let me introduce a few. We have Garrett May, Morgan Smith, Grayson Jones, and Samantha Stan. I don't even know how to say your last name.
Stancato.
Stancato. I was going to mess that up for sure. So, Grayson and Garrett grew up out here playing Texas County Country Club, both Texas High alums. Grayson is at Henderson State right now.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett in second stage of Q School, Baylor alum. Big time amateur golfer. It's gonna be fun to see you go pro, man.
Appreciate it.
So who all did you go down and watch earlier?
I took some glasses out to my brother. He was on 16 fairway, and so I got to see a little bit of Thomas Curry and a little bit of Carter Maneth.
How are they playing today?
I think both of them got off to pars on 16. Carter made a 20-footer on 16 after having a punch out from the trees. So all in all, kind of a solid start. Jack parred 15, but he's got some work on 16, so I looked for that to be a bogey. But all in all, could have been a worse start,
Man, you were out here yesterday. You saw the weather. Could you believe there was a 67 shot yesterday out here with the weather like it was?
Part of me actually says, yeah, I can believe it. But at a high school tournament like this, actually, that was an incredible score. He golfed his ball that day. You just got to be mentally tough out here when the weather's just going sideways. You got to kind of block it out and just kind of keep the golf course in front of you and make pars.
So we'll have live scoring update here soon. Who do we have coming up 9, Grayson?
I can find out. I believe it's going to be
somebody's in the sand, or maybe just hit it.
I believe it's going to be Alito, Lovejoy, and Argyle.
Is this normal to kind of have a gap in between groups like we're seeing on 18 right now?
It is, I would say, because high school golf is usually really slow, and so you get a group that kind of lags behind, whether that be a ball search or something happen, and then you just kind of get those gaps.
We have twigs falling on us from trees.
And they keep getting gradually larger, so.
If we were going to pick a tree to fall out here, it would not be this one on 18. Which one would I want to see fall? Let me think. Which tree do I hate out here?
There's tons.
Yeah.
Probably the first 7 that overhang the left side of the fairway on 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, yes.
I think the tree on 7 on the par 5.
Oh,
The one on the
yeah.
At
right?
least for me, I've hit that tree so many times,
The one on
and
the
then I
right?
can't find my ball.
If that one falls down, you know what happened. I know we're talking about a completely different course, but when that tree fell at Northridge on 11.
Mm-hmm. That really changed the
Oh,
hole.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
That hole was brutal before,
Yeah.
actually. There was like one shot you had to hit, and it was a pretty tough one. Now you can hit, you have you have more shots you can get in that hole.
Maybe Mr. Ledwell just got tired of it. He was like, you know what, I'm going to make this all easy for myself.
Ball's going to be going a lot shorter today in the cold. Just watch
That's
all
kind
these,
of what we were
all these
talking
players
about
coming out
earlier.
of 9 and 18. They're going to be coming short just because they're not going to play enough club. Are we actually on air right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm actually live.
Okay.
Well, this seems like it's almost like a 10-minute gap in between groups on 18.
Yeah.
I guess everybody's waiting to go for it on 17. Is that probably what it is?
I didn't notice where the tees were on 17, but if I had to guess, they were a little bit up from what they were yesterday. And so, yeah, that's probably the case. A lot of them are going for it.
Yeah, yesterday they had him on the back of number 15 tee box, which is, I like it better back there because it allows me to hit a full driver rather than having to knock something down or lay it up with a hybrid or
100%.
driving iron.
Yeah, but for them, I didn't see a single person actually get there yesterday.
Really?
Not surprised.
I mean, my brother Jack actually hits it a mile, and I mean, I think he kind of fanned a driver, but it was a good 40 yards short.
As soon as we can, let's go ahead and switch over to 18.
Yesterday on 17, Thomas made one of the best birdies I've seen. You know, that's an easier hole, but Thomas hit it in the left bunker off the tee box,
Oh, he told me about that.
which is probably anywhere from, depending on where the pin is, 70 to 100-yard bunker shot, which
Yeah.
is, nobody practices that.
He
I
told
don't
me
care who you are.
His exact words were that bunker shot was straight out of the tour van.
I believe it coming out of Thomas's
Yeah.
mouth.
Are we going to have Thomas coming up on 18 right
We
now?
are. He should be in this group, and I guess he's in the left trees because I haven't seen him surface.
I haven't seen.
Looks
the
like
player
everybody
yet.
is.
Everybody hit it there. I would say they're playing cart golf, but they're walking.
18's a good hole for me to see it, catch on fire or something like that.
I used to think the same thing about 14, but I actually like 14 a lot now.
14's fine if you can figure out how to hit the tee shot and get like a 9 or 8 iron in, and it's okay.
Yeah.
18, I still haven't figured out exactly where to hit it.
Yeah, Morgan was asking that earlier, and I said you just hit the highest snap hook you can.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Man, how about this weather change?
Yeah. On, what was it, Thursday, it was like 90 degrees. And then we came out here yesterday, and it was about 9.
I think we're supposed to play tomorrow morning out here, and I don't want to play if it's going to be this cold.
Mm-mm.
I'm a fair weather golfer.
Me and Grayson are going to play after they finish today, and it's probably going to be a 9-hole deal for me.
Yeah, you got to head out and go to Houston for an APT Winter Series, correct?
Yeah, I'm playing 2 of them next week. Just little 2-day tournaments, just to keep the game sharp.
Emma playing in that tournament as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emma will be joining us later.
Got a celebrity appearance here behind us, the head pro of Texarkana Country Club, Art Romero.
Where are they at on 18? I have yet to see a ball come out.
All right, here's a ball coming up. It looks to be down the left side of the green, just short on the green.
Well, they stay to the right side of that ridge, which I guess if you're going to be short, it's a great place to be, right?
Yeah, he'll have a downhill putt, but really it's not that bad. He did his job in keeping it left of that pin, especially out of the rough. You don't have a lot of control.
So we do have Thomas Curry coming up 18 with head coach Ryan Huntsey.
He's walking towards the fairway, but I can't tell if he had to punch out first or if that's actually his tee shot. Or maybe he's already
There's
hit
no
his
way
second
Thomas
shot.
drove it down there.
Maybe he's already hit his second shot and he's walking.
Who is he playing in this group with, Grayson?
I'm not sure. I think maybe J.J. Pierce and, let's see, J.J. Pierce and McKinney Boyd.
Grayson, have you already gotten coffee?
Hmm?
Have you already gotten coffee?
Yeah, and I've already gone through coffee, so I want to go get more here shortly.
Can you go get me some if you go?
Yeah,
I'll Venmo you.
for free coffee.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything was free out here.
Well, it's not.
It's not. Yeah, it's definitely
I'd
not.
say maybe they just charged me for it.
Yeah.
When your parents are still paying the dues, it's free.
Oh man,
JD made me pay my share last month on the bill.
over the summer, a little girl learned my member number. Yeah,
That's
pretty
not
crazy.
good and working.
I had about 60 popsicles from the pool.
Out here, your member number is basically your social security number. You got to keep that thing close to the chest.
All right, so Thomas Curry, is that his tee shot? You think?
Looking like it's probably going to be his third shot. He's got about 105, 110 yards.
Thomas is really good with his wedges, so I mean, I could very easily see this thing being pretty close.
Good looking swing.
Sit.
That's good.
Good.
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh, wow.
He almost made
hold
it.
He's got about
Right
2.5
by-
feet
wow.
just right behind the hole. Should be a par.
That's what we call a dill for a dime, huh, Morgan?
That is surely a different.
Really good
Good
shot
little
out of the
bunker shot,
bunker
yeah,
right
got
there
a
from
nice little
J.J.
spin out of that.
Pierce.
So Thomas is a sophomore, right?
Freshman.
Freshman. What do y'all see, in this kid's future here? Everybody talk about how good he is, and when he hits the growth spurt, he's obviously talented and puts in the work.
Yeah.
As long as he
Yeah.
avoids distractions, there's no limits to how good Thomas could be.
He's definitely got something special that you see in all the great players. He's got a lot of moxie, a lot of confidence, quiet confidence that you need, and he seems to really have fun when he's playing golf, which is great.
Yeah, I'd say he's honestly obsessed with the game. It's all he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he's
I'm
one
still
of-
waiting on my growth spurt, actually.
He's one of the best kids. I mean, I've met in a long time, and he's just really respectful, great character. If we could just get him from hanging out with Truman, he'd probably be a lot better.
For sure, his parents, Caroline and Andy, really taught him how to act. And growing up at the country club, you get in trouble. It's the last thing you want to do because everybody will find out about it and everybody will mess with you about it. So he kind of learned how to act at a young age. And, we picked on him enough from the time he was 10, 11 years old that he can be a little bit of a brat towards us, but that's about it.
What was his nickname out here? Was it Governor?
I don't remember. I just
thought
call
they
him
called
Tommy.
I thought they called him Governor for a little bit just because when you talk to him, it's like you're talking to a political figure. He's just so, well polished. So who's in this group? It's Texas High, J.J. Pierce, and who else?
McKinney Boyd.
Kenny Boyd.
Truman brought
I'm
me.
good. I'm good, thanks.
What Truman bring you?
Truman brought me a blanket. He bailed on me.
I told him he might have to fill in when I get coffee, so might get a guest appearance from Mike Jones, shoe guy.
Mike Jones, shoe guy. He was out here the other day and playing he wasn't playing in the Blevins group. That's when they were playing. Calvin Williams walked up to him and asked him if China had banned him yet. Good up and down from J.J. Pierce.
Garrett, I actually think he lipped that putt out and then tapped it in.
Sorry, folks. Solid bogey by J.J. Pierce.
That was the up and down out of the bunker for McKinney Boyd.
No,
And now we've
that was McKinney Boyd hit it down on the left of the green, two putted.
Who was in the... Oh, that was J.J. Pierce coming out of the bunker. You're right.
I'm pretty sure he did get up and down.
No, you did lip it out.
Oh, well, my bad. Sorry, folks. Sorry,
Thomas has
Thomas.
probably hit this putt 1,000 times.
Yeah, only thing I know is we've got Thomas with a 2.5 footer for par.
What is this stuff falling on us from this tree? Something just hit the back of my neck and it felt wet.
Couldn't
I'm
tell
looking
you.
over here at the table.
Well, I do see a bird up above us, so
I'm looking at this to your left, and I think there may be a bird up there.
Yeah.
there's definitely a bird.
Oh no.
Look at.
Yeah, I'm
All
not
right, good up
touching
and
it.
down by Thomas. Good par.
Let's go over to 9 here. We have another player in shorts. I don't know what's going on, so this guy did not get the memo. It's cold.
You know, they are walking, so their blood's moving, and I always know when it's cold. I was okay with walking, or maybe way warmer.
Well, I tell you what, I walked from here to 16 and back, and it was still
We're gonna
cold.
get a guest
and I
appearance from
pretty
Troy.
much raided my closet trying to get enough things.
Grayson. Coffee. Par.
Just got an update that Thomas made a 5 on 18, so a good up and down from the middle of the fairway, but we were unable to see what he did prior to that. So bogey on the card, but honestly not that bad at all.
Number 9, it appears like.
That guy over there has short sleeve shirts on, so we got a group of pants and short sleeves and then long sleeves and shorts. So if they match those, they would actually be properly dressed.
There's no way they could come over here and tell me they're not cold.
They're a bigger man than I am if they do. If they do.
See Ryan Huntsey over here wearing, I don't even know what that is.
A beanie, cart mitts, and a pullover. But the beanie over the hat is a really classy move. Talking about your beanie. Beanie over the hat. No, keep it on. It's a good move.
Let's go live to the set real quick. We have Texas High head coach Ryan Huntsey with us. Tell us a little bit about how's your team playing today? You got any updates?
Got off to a better start than we did yesterday. I know that. Thomas Curry's 1 over right now through 3. He just had a great bogey save there. He had some trouble in the trees and duffed it out. Didn't punch out, so he had to punch out twice, and then got a great up and down to save bogey. So that was huge. And he's going to go get some revenge on number 2 yesterday.
That was so not like his game on number 2 yesterday.
Yeah, that was just bad luck. That's what I told him. I said, hey man, that nothing. Now to be a little more careful. But I mean, the ball was on the same line that he was on, and he played a ball. And it was the incorrect ball. And he took 5 more steps, and he saw his ball buried in the rough. And it wasn't even another playing competitor. It was just a random ball out there. Titleist 2, whatever he plays, black line. It's just one of those things, bad luck.
Somebody came up to me yesterday and said, man, how does that happen? He's a great golfer. How does that happen? And I was like, honestly, with the weather being a factor, your head's kind of elsewhere. It is easy to happen, actually.
Yeah.
Easy to do. I've done it several times, and it sucks because you have to, it's a big shot penalty there, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like he was just not thinking.
Right. Yeah. Just one of those things that happens.
When are we going to see the live scoring?
Live scoring should be updated every time one of our volunteers enters a post. The website should be updated.
Okay.
See if I can pull it up and check and see too.
Let's go to 18 and get these approach shots. See if I can make out who's coming in. Looks like we have another Texas High golfer. Is that Carter Mammoth coming
It
in?
is. Carter was right behind Thomas. Now, Carter hits it a long way, so I can actually believe that this is his tee shot. Ryan, where are the tees on 18?
They're pretty generous. They're not all the way back.
With the binoculars here, I have a great shot at 12 and 14 down there.
12's a good hole today in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 12 playing all the way back.
All the way
fives
back.
that
Let's
push back.
go. Let's go. All right, Carter getting ready to hit his second shot. He's probably got about 130, 140 yards.
He's choked down pretty far on that club. Ball's up.
I lost it.
Short.
Up a little bit short of the
Just short of the green. Honestly, not a terrible play because that pin is pretty generous as long as he's not kind of blocked out by that bunker. Should be a really routine up and down.
I got a feeling with the cold today, there's going to be quite a few people coming up short, especially on 18.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, the ball just doesn't travel in the cold. And also you have to wear so many other clothes that your body just doesn't move like it used to.
That's what we talked about with Thomas. He had 91 yards in, and
We weren't sitting here. We
He
have, a
clubbed
bird,
up.
we have a bird above us. He's not happy that we're here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right on the sunglasses. That's just tough to take. Don't do that with the
I know.
blanket.
I know. I don't know what else to use.
yeah, we
Okay,
I
he's
got-
putting his mittens up. Where's everyone else in this group with Carter?
must be in the trees.
I had a chance to talk with his dad a couple times this week, and he's really proud of Carter. And I don't know how Carter finished yesterday, but
Carter shot 81 yesterday. He didn't finish well.
yesterday was just a rough day.
It was a tough day. And that's what I kept on having to remind the guys was it's tough on everybody. These conditions you're playing in are miserable. Probably the hardest you're going to play in all year. You know, so, and I kept on having to remind myself that too, that it was such a difficult day.
You really got to move par around, you know,
Oh, yeah.
because they play this course every day and say they come out here just a regular qualifier. They shoot 34, 35, 36 on the front nine thinking in perfect weather, oh, this course is easy. And they get out here in the conditions, and when they don't do that, they think they're doing something wrong when really, you know, those conditions are going to give a little bit more bogeys out there. You just going to have to be mentally tough and stay in it and try
Absolutely.
to save as
Absolutely.
many shots as possible. Carter getting ready to hit his third shot, just in front of the green.
Oh man,
That's a
that
very good
hit the
shot.
hole.
Oh, wow. Very nice. He's got about 3.5 feet right behind the hole. Good chance at par.
I'm having trouble telling who's in this group with him.
Should McKinney Boyd and J.J. Pierce, hard to tell who's who. Everyone's wearing jackets.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, man. Texas High outfitted is just
They're looking sharp.
you're looking real
Look
sharp.
good.
Look
play
feel
good.
play good. That's right.
And if you don't play good, at least you look good.
Yep. That's always been my take on golf. Like, hey, if I'm not going to be good, I'm at least going to have the best equipment so I appear like I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. Act like you've been there before.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, look at that shot right
Very
there.
good shot by,
Great shot from Kenny Boyd.
Yep.
Who was that?
Don't know who it was.
Let's see.
Thing you also notice in the cold, I've noticed when you have like little chips like that, it's very hard to put spin on the ball. I don't know what physics goes into that, but so he actually got some good check on the ball, which meant that it was an amazing shot.
Ryan, what is this orange? I don't know what to call it, but
Ribbon?
I'm seeing on all the hats. Yeah.
That's something we did just in honor of Coach Brewer. Everyone, we gave them ribbons at our dinner for all the teams to wear, just as a way to remember him by. He was such an instrumental part of this tournament. You know, it was always a special tournament because of him, all the stuff he put into it. So we're trying to do everything we can this year and this tournament to just remember him.
something that some people might not know about Coach Brewer in this tournament, he had a budget. I don't know what the budget was for this tournament to spend, and I bet he spent double or triple that because he fundraised for it and went out and got money for it because this was his child. This is what he did, and he always ran what I thought was the best high school tournament in the country. And it's
I've been told a lot about this tournament is they probably won't see this. Hold on real quick, harder minute for the putt.
should be breaking a little to his left, probably a right edge putt.
Oh,
I just caught lip.
did the horseshoe on him.
It looks like, according to live scoring, that's Carter's first bogey on the day, assuming he taps this in.
That's good.
18's a tough hole, and it's going to be playing tough today. So you can see here individual names. Will was +5 yesterday. Looks like he's 2 over today. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Coach, who's behind Carter?
Should be Jack Wilson.
Jack Wilson. Oh, that's right. I just sat there and watched him. I guess he took his
Stay on 18.
Guess he took his bag off his push cart because I only see 2 push carts, but no Jack.
If you update the leaderboard, Matthew Watkins is still leading at -4. Brody Hanley at -1. Cody Winkler is even. David Worthen from Highland Park at +1. And there's a bunch of players at +2, including Camden Robertson at Texas High.
According to the team scores, it looks like Texas High is only 3 back of the lead now.
Let's go.
Which is awesome.
Chipping away. Chipping away. So it looks like Jack Wilson is on the left rough of 18. He's got a great angle to the pin. As long as he keeps it left of the pin, he should be great.
Where's he at? I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, you can see him
I
from
can
your
see him
angle.
barely. I can see his bag very well. He will probably be second play after
Good shot coming in.
McKinney Boyd.
Yeah, great shot.
Very good shot. For the fans at home, I am very biased towards Jack Wilson because he is my brother. It looks like he's already hit, but I don't know where he went.
How'd he play yesterday?
Well, I can't really give a good report card. He didn't play very good on the score, but really he just had 3 holes that really derailed him. He had, I think, probably 3 doubles maybe, or 2 doubles and maybe a hole that he gave a stupid one away. He had a chance to shoot a nice little 77, 78. He didn't have his best stuff, but if he just managed it a little bit better, he would have had a decent score. But that's the learning curve.
I forget watching Jack. He's the biggest guy on our team, hits it the furthest, and honestly, yeah, he acts one of the most mature off the course. And then I forget he's only a sophomore. Can't even drive yet.
I know.
And he's got an exciting 3 years of golf left.
His nickname is my big little brother.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So he stands at about 6 feet tall, a little over 200. I'm 5'10"-ish, about 150.
Yeah, Jack can really move the ball.
Okay, so Jack looks like he's just short right of the pin. Kind of short-sided. Going to be a dicey little chip, but honestly nothing he can't handle.
We were talking earlier with Sam about, the difference between an amateur golfer and a professional golfer on a shot similar to this right here, where let's say somebody like me would just try to get it on the green at 2-putt. Well, that's really kind of not an option for y'all. Y'all really have to try to get it close. What would you do in the situation your brother's in?
Well, with it being cold, you're not going to get much spin out of that. I don't know how his lie is. That would determine a lot. But really, your main goal is to give yourself a good look at par,
Yeah,
whatever that might be.
Here, take take a big number out of play as best you can.
Yeah. So even if you hit a good chip and it rolls out to 10 feet for par, you just got to take that in stride and grind on that 10-footer and make sure you get 4 or 5.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
That's
Just a
golf shot
great
there.
chip
What
right
a
there.
shot.
He's
That's
got
so
about
difficult.
4 feet down the hill for par on the left side, or right side of the pins. No,
Just
left
like
side
you
of the
coached
pins.
him to do, huh, Ryan?
That's for sure. I'd say honestly that 75% of our practice time has been spent chipping and putting. So if you look at it this way, 36 to 40 shots are going to be spent off the tee and in the fairway. The rest of them are all around the green. So we got to. That's the part of the game that we have to be exceptional at.
Coach, you told me one time that in one of y'all's practices, you only played 9 holes, but you made them intentionally miss greens. You were not allowed to hit a green, and I thought that was one of the best practices.
Yeah, that was the guys. I don't think they really understood it at first, and they were pretty frustrated afterwards. But I'm like, you should. If your chipping and putting is that good, which it needs to be, you should be able to hit the ball in the right spot and then get it up and down. And a player made a comment, well, isn't this just teaching us to hit bad shots? I'm like, no, that's not the point. You're hitting good shots to the right part of around the green.
Exactly.
So it's all about just thinking about your next shot.
This looks like
Who's in
McKinney
this group
Boyd.
with Carter here? What school?
Yeah, same. We're all playing the same schools.
McKinney Boyd and J.J. Pierce.
Okay.
McKinney Boyd's got about 30 feet for birdie down the hill. Looks like it's carrying some speed.
Oh man, that was close.
He rolled it by a
We're
good
seeing
5 feet
we're
by.
seeing today basically everything from this side of the green is just not stopping at the pin.
Yeah.
Everything's
It's
blown
down
by.
there in a little swell down there, a little bowl. It's honestly a pretty generous spot to put the pin. I've seen them on a. They can put this pin on some tough spots. I don't know about you, Garrett, but I think the toughest one is short left on that little tier.
Oh, yeah, by
Front
far.
left.
By
That's
far.
a
Especially on a day
tough
like
pin.
today where you really don't have a ton of control of the golf ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is incredibly hard. Really, on 18, you're going to see a lot of players come up short. And they're going to probably hang their head a little bit, but they need to realize that's actually one of the easiest spots on this green because the green is facing you, and it's a pretty easy up and down. Once you get past the pin, you're putting back downhill, and you got to really do your homework on it.
Yeah.
All right, Jack. He's had this but a ton of times. Just breaking a little right down the hill, about 4 feet.
Oh man,
Just left it on the right.
that ball moved right.
Taps in for his 5.
All right, guys, I'm going to run over to number 2 real quick
Hey,
and
man.
catch up to Thomas.
Send me text updates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good luck, Coach.
See if Thomas can conquer number 2 today.
Knock on wood, it's cold out here, but the wind hasn't picked up too much as I feel a breeze.
As of right now, Texas High just moved into third place, 3 strokes behind McKinney Boyd. Yes. Let's switch over to 9 here real quick.
That pin's in a little tougher spot than the one on 18. It's just on the back, just over a ridge in the middle of the green. Really important that the players get it back to the hole so they can have a flat putt. Like we've been talking about, a lot of balls coming up short today.
Sam, what is the coldest weather you played in? I know you play up north. What, you graduated from the University of Wyoming?
Yes, I did.
About negative 10.
What's that?
About -10.
Oh,
Frozen
gosh.
golf balls.
Yeah.
Actually, probably the coldest event happened when I was in high school in Colorado. We played at the Broadmoor, which is a really famous golf
Mhm.
course. And on about our 6th hole, it started snowing. So when we would putt, the ball would gather snow as it got to the hole, and it was not the best conditions. But we probably, other than that, in college, it was actually really cold when we played at Kiwa Island. Freezing cold. We had hot packs all over, wherever we could stick them, in our pants, in our shirts, in our gloves, in our pockets, everywhere. It was really cold. But practice was cold at Wyoming, but we had indoor facilities, so we didn't have to be out there
One
too
word she
much.
did not use was it was not miserable.
Yeah.
Did not say it was miserable. Must love playing golf. Really good approach shot on 18.
I do not know who that was.
Let's switch back over to 18 here real quick. We're having trouble seeing 9 right now with all the golf carts in between us. Big time divot on that one. Let's see where he lands.
And just left out right in the bunker. That's going to be a very hard up and down. Green is running away from him.
I wonder how 14's playing today.
Hard.
Yeah, from all right, I'm looking through binoculars, so it looks like right center on that downslope almost.
You see these binoculars here. Oh yeah, 14's in that little, kind of on the right side of the green. If you're left of the pin, you're definitely putting downhill, but around the pin is actually pretty flat, but that is a tough pin.
Grayson Jones back with us. Ben Gregg coming up the fairway. So we have another Texas High guy. It's Will Patterson
Willie
coming
P.
up on 18. Now Will's a senior, correct?
Correct, he's the only senior.
You know, Coach told me a couple of his strengths. You know, he's very mature and short game is really, really good. And I guess that ball we saw coming in on 18 that we said was a great shot, great approach shot, was Will's.
Yeah, Will's game's progressed a lot since his freshman year. I mean, freshman year in high school, he could barely break 90 if he played well. Now yesterday he shot 77, didn't play great, but, you know, all in all, a decent round given the conditions.
Greg has a very difficult shot. We keep talking about, you know, missing on the right side of the screen. How hard of a shot this is to get it close. Let's see how he does.
It doesn't appear that he's in the bunker. He looks to be in the grass by the bunker.
You know, with the way he had to grip that
Yeah.
club, gripping it all the way down on the steel is such an awkward shot. It's a really good result.
Actually, that's probably the best he could have done there, actually.
Shot out of the
Supposed to
sand,
have
like
live
Mansfield.
scoring. There we go.
Thomas. Oh, almost. I didn't quite make it over the. He's right there. Looks like he's going to be hitting again. Hopefully not out of the sand, but maybe.
Oh.
assuming by now it's Mansfield North. Thomas from Mansfield North. He's gripping that.
McKinney Boyd.
McKinney Boyd, sorry.
Oh,
Almost.
just missed it on the left side.
These greens look good, don't they?
They're perfect.
Patterson practicing putting stroke. Do y'all do the way he's holding the club right now? Looks like it's up against his forearm when he's in his practice swing. Is that something y'all? Is that normal?
I don't. I mean, a few guys will do it just because it's similar to the arm lock putting where, you really feel stable. And that's one of the big keys in putting is just minimal face manipulation. And so the way the arm lock putting works, you've got the shaft pressed against your forearm. It makes it a lot harder to manipulate the face. And a lot of guys practice like that. And guys like Matt Kuchar even putt that way on tour. I'm personally not comfortable doing it.
And Greg's getting ready to putt.
Morgan, you got any Game Day Junior broadcast coming up this weekend?
Not this weekend. But we will get out to a football game at some point. Watch these youngsters play a little bit.
Now that I think about it, I have yet to see a putt over 3 feet made on 18 today.
Yeah, that's a hard pin to make putts. I mean, it breaks quite a bit around that hole just because you've got slope coming off of the bunker and the ridge. It's kind of in a weird little bowl. Not too many straight putts.
Not a hard one to go to, but a hard one to putt at.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Will Patterson over the ball?
I hope this is for birdie.
Yeah, this putt should move left to right down towards that bunker.
Yep.
Oh, man. He's maybe an inch.
Missed it just slow. It didn't play quite enough break.
Easy par, though, hopefully.
Yeah, it's hard to complain about making 4 on this hole.
For sure.
Grayson, what is going to be the hardest hole for these players today? These 14?
Yeah, 14's always a difficult hole just because of the way the tee shot sets up. I'm not sure where they have the tees on 14 today. Some of the kids can go over the trees and down just short of the creek, but a lot of them will have to play it just around the trees, and that'll leave them a longer iron in.
Feels like it is starting to warm up a little bit.
It's trying to. I'm getting the sun. I didn't see the sun all day. I didn't know we had one.
It's because you've been traveling too much. You haven't been around here enough for summer.
I know. I skipped fall. I went right to winter.
Let's see if the live scoring is updated. McKinney Boyd and Denton Guy are now tied for the lead. Plus 22. Denton Guy is plus 4 for round 2. McKinney Boyd is even. Texas High goes back to, they're still in third place, with plus 1, 2 off the lead.
Getting
South
tight.
Lake Carroll, plus 5. JJ Pierce at plus 5, tied for 4. 4 off the lead. Highland Park, plus 6. 7th comes in at Woodlawns, plus 31. Trinity Christian Academy, plus
TCA.
33, yeah. Shout out. Followed by Rockwall, Jesuit Prep, Byron Nelson, Lufkin, Lovejoy, Argyle, Alito, Mansfield Legacy, Rockwall Heath, and Grapevine.
I was talking to Coach Hunsey yesterday. He actually thought that TCA was one of the favorites to win this event. They've got a really good team, but obviously they're not having their best stuff this week.
Funny enough, a kid who's in fourth place individually is actually a medalist playing for Highland Park. And that just goes to show, no matter where you are in the lineup, as long as you're in the field, you've got a chance to place high or even win.
Yep. Doesn't matter if you're 1, 5, or individual. As long as you're playing the tournament, you matter, and that's good. Should be Camden. What's his last name?
Camden Robertson. He was
Robertson.
actually the story of the day yesterday for Texas High's low round of the season, I believe, 74, and low round on the team by 3 shots.
That is going to be a tough putt. Your ball just left of the sand on the green, but
Yep.
it'll be a very difficult putt. For me, anyway. Where is Camden? I don't see him yet.
Should be walking up the left side of the rough. Left side of 18. All right. Oh, he's walking up the cart path.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of spectators out here today.
Yeah, there is. The Texas High golf team gets a lot of support from family and friends around in the area. And, whenever we're able to play at home, we always happen to get quite a few people out to watch.
There's a ton of community involvement with this tournament.
Especially with, when Garrett and I were at Texas High, and then the kids who are here now, they pretty much all of us grew up around Texarkana Country Club, and a lot of the membership is really supportive, and they come out and watch. I know whenever we played state, we had 5 or 6 members drive all the way down to Austin just to watch.
Yep. That is very rare to see.
Mm-hmm.
There's Carter. That's not Carter.
Camden.
Camden.
Were y'all's uniforms, I guess I'm going to call them uniforms, were they as nice as these?
Absolutely not.
No.
They're sharp, man.
That's the difference in when you have Jay Brewer picking out outfits versus Tiffany Patterson and Caroline Curry.
Yeah.
We wore a lot of Nike and Ping. They wear Peter Millar and FootJoy.
I asked Coach, I said, hey, get me one of these black pullovers. He said, players only. Well, I'm just going to buy.
Well, if you can fit in this one, I'll give you my old one, Morgan.
I want somebody that wins.
Ooh.
Burn. That was a joke. I'm sorry.
It's a little too early throwing those shots out.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. 9:30.
I played in a scramble. I'll tell you what happened. Funny story. I play golf every Friday with Chris Potts and Jimmy Schambarger. And we had this tournament they didn't call me for. They just went on somebody else's team. It was a scramble. I was like, all right then. Y'all want to do that? That's fine. So I just bought a team and entered the tournament. I think it was Grayson, Truman. Was it Sean with us?
I don't know. It was you and John Kelly, wasn't it? Me and Truman? Or was it?
There was no way we were losing. Let's say that.
We didn't.
We stacked the team on that one. I was like, this is what you guys get.
Camden Roberts out of the sand.
Oh,
It's
man.
got to spin.
Yeah, that ball is going to go quite a bit past the hole, but he'll have a putt coming back for par at least.
It's really not that bad. He's probably got 6 or 7 feet just behind the pin. Similar position to where Carter Maneth was for par.
So, Grayson, your dad has been teaching golf forever, hasn't he?
Yeah, I believe he started teaching in maybe 1990. I think that's when he officially quit playing professionally and decided to teach full time. So he's got quite a few years under his belt now.
He has his own facility, everything I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah, he's got a place out by the airport. We've got, I think we used to have 70 acres, but he's sold off quite a bit of that, and now we've just got the driving range land, and he's got a building out there that, over the years he's finished it out, and it's pretty nice. Now I got a lot of pictures hung up, and it's a really good environment because no matter what the weather's like, we can go out there and practice and be around him, and anytime I feel like you can spend around him as a player learning and just talking to him, you're going to get better.
He has players come in from all over the world to work with him, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. We actually we have a guy who comes in once or twice a year from Jakarta, Indonesia, and he comes and hangs out and spends a week or so and stays at our house. I think we've had had somebody from 6 of the 7 continents.
Wow.
Nobody from Antarctica yet?
No, not quite. They play a little bit different style of golf down there.
Yeah.
Samantha can tell us about that. She said they play in the snow.
I play in the snow too, just
With
not golf.
white golf balls.
Not by choice.
Now we're getting some wind. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's like,
Only after you brought it up.
Huh?
Only after you brought it up.
I was at a football game last night in Hooks, and it was like real deal cold. How was it in Pittsburgh?
It was cold.
Cold in Pittsburgh too.
It was, yep. But the wind felt good, so.
The wind felt good.
The wind felt good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably the only person there that thought that.
When the weather gets like this, you tend to find me at the golf course less and in the woods more. Certainly a little bit better for hunting than it is golf.
Oh, you're talking about hunting. I thought you meant when it gets cold, you just start hitting it in the trees more.
I hit it in the trees 24/7.
The volume of Netflix definitely goes up when it drops below 50 for me. Camden Roberts with about 8 feet for par.
Standing over the putt.
And what a
Oh,
good
with a
nice.
fist
putt.
pump
With a little
after the
fist pump.
putt.
Amazing up and down from the bunker there.
There's a big momentum saver there for sure. It's, kind of lets the air out of you when you have a good look from the fairway and don't hit the green. And to hit a bunker shot like that, it's a difficult shot, but to leave himself a good look at par and to make a good length putt, just all around does good things for you mentally.
It's also really good, you said momentum, because he's going to the front nine now. And from my experience, I actually think the front nine's a little easier than the back nine. You kind of get those hard holes out of the way.
I think that also.
Yeah,
more
once you get
straightforward holes.
other than number 1 and 3, the front nine's pretty straightforward.
And 3 is straightforward. It's just a long
It's
par
just a
3. You
hard
gotta
par
hit the middle of the
3.
green 2-putt.
I believe on 3 yesterday did they have the tees back?
No, they had him front. They had
Okay.
him probably at 170, 175 yards.
So they might move him back today and make that hole a little bit longer, or they could leave it where it is and it's not too bad.
Well, they do have a north wind today, which actually is going to be helping. Kind of helping from the right on hole 3, so I definitely could see them putting it back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go over to hole 9. What we have coming in. A few players about to hit in.
That right rough on 9 is very popular just because of that tee shot. You got the trees kind of blocking out the left side of the fairway off the tee, and so a lot of players will hang it out to the right and then have kind of a little bit of tree trouble coming into the green.
I heard a woo somewhere over there around 2.
I did. Oh, was that par?
No, that's bogey.
Oh.
Okay, update.
Well,
Camden
good
Robertson's
save.
up and down was actually for bogey.
The momentum's still there, though, because he was really excited about it. So anytime you
yeah.
can save bogey instead of a double, doubles are just killers. So I look for him to still have to play really well on the front nine just because of that putt on 18. It looks
He
like
doesn't look like he likes it.
nope, another short golf ball.
I would be happy with that, but
Well,
probably
he does
wouldn't.
have a long putt up and over a ridge. So
Garrett, I'm looking at the live stream right now, and we've got a viewer that you might actually know a little bit, Raymond May.
yeah, I do know Raymond May. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for 22 years. He is my father. Hello, Dad. Glad you're tuning in. Actually, I have to say this in between doing the coverage right here. I'm looking on my phone at live scoring for the Houston Open, the PGA Tour event down in Houston, and my teammate Braden Bailey, I lived with him for 2 years, got a sponsor's invitation to the Houston Open as a pro. He is T17 right now, 4 under total on hole 16. So he looks to be about 3 shots inside the cut line.
Did they not finish last night?
No, they had to come back this morning. He was on 11, which is actually one of the toughest tee shots out there to start. But playing really well.
Do you know if he got to hit the tee shot before they called it last night?
No, he did not. And
That
then
makes it
also a little
harder.
notable, Cole Hammer, the second-ranked amateur in the world, plays at Texas. Looks like he is going to make the cut as long as he pars 18. Looks like the cut is going to be even at the Houston Open.
Yeah, another Texas boy we played high school golf with, Chandler Phillips, got a sponsor's exemption. He just finished up at Texas A&M and turned pro, and he shot 1 under in the second round to make the cut on the number. He T63 overall.
This is actually his second PGA Tour start because he got a sponsor's invitation to the Sanderson Farms down in Jackson, Mississippi about a month ago. Didn't play well, he missed the cut, but always good to get that pro PGA Tour experience.
And then Arkansas boy, you got Austin Cook tied for 8th at 6 under total. Actually shot 8 under in the first round, and then 2 over the second round. But he's still inside the top 10, so certainly a good start to the week.
I remember it's been several years ago, probably 5 or 6 years, but I played a U.S. Open local qualifying in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and I think I shot like 70 or whatever, but I missed the cut, and the low man of the day was Austin Cook.
This shot we just had on the other side of the sand, I'm having trouble seeing with this golf cart right here, but a little tappy with the shot. So Sam, tell me about your clinic you had earlier this week.
Yeah, I actually had 2. The first one was Monday morning. It was a little cold, which scared a few of my ladies away. But we still had a great time. We had some mimosas. We did some golf instruction. It was really fun. Then the second one was on Thursday evening. I had 7 ladies come, and we had wine, and it was great. They loved it. We got a lot of them hitting the ball really good. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. I'll do one more this month and then see how the weather is for November.
Yeah.
Hopefully get a
You're
couple
getting
more.
ready for the XFL draft too, aren't you?
Yeah, that starts Monday. Lucas's draft time is sometime between 3 and 6 p.m. on Monday. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully it
Anywhere
goes
you're
well.
hoping for?
What?
Any particular team you're hoping for?
A close one. So Houston would always be nice. St. Louis would be cool. And then he's talked a little to Tampa, so that would be fun.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's nice.
Seattle's a little far,
Tampa's nice.
A little far. That's across the
That's
country.
a lot of
Yeah.
far.
but really anywhere would be awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Just an opportunity to play.
right, exactly.
I see him before the high school football games. He's always out there like working out.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, what are you doing?
yeah. He makes me run with him sometimes.
That's
and
terrible.
It is. I'm like, I play golf. I don't need to run. But yeah, he's working really hard, so it's awesome.
He's been a great asset to the Pleasant Grove coaching staff.
He's definitely loving it.
If you look towards 18, we now have another guy in shorts.
And he hits good shots.
Oh,
He
really good.
does.
He
How about
actually
that?
combined the shorts with an Under Armour, so interesting play there.
And the upper body is warm, the lower body is frigid. Never understood that.
We have another difficult shot, but
He's going
Big time.
upstairs.
Ooh.
Took the elevator to the top.
He
It's
went
got about 10
vertical with
feet.
that.
Permission to buzz the tower.
That's kind of that shot I was talking about. Just commit to whatever shot you're going to play, and hopefully it turns out good.
Well, next time I'm over there, I'll commit to something. But people on this putting green over here better watch out.
Yeah, you'll probably commit to making triple.
I play triple max. It's the only way I can keep from scoring over 100, under 100.
Another good
And
shot
all
here.
three of them were over there. Look at
Yeah.
all three of these are great shots.
Yeah, it's not often you have 3 guys short-sighted having to hit flop shots, and you have 3 legitimate looks at par.
Yeah.
Looks like they are backed up on 18. 17's about to finish up. Players on 18. It's hard for me to tell. They're not playing from the tips, are they?
I believe they're on the back part of the second box.
On which hole?
On 18? Or not
Oh,
18, I'm
9.
sorry. On
9.
Yeah, they're playing from, I guess, where the whites would normally be.
Yeah, it makes the hole a lot easier. You can start it a lot further left if you're trying to get it up here closer to the green, but a lot of the kids will just play it out to the right of the bunker anyways.
I'm impressed. We have not had to dodge a golf ball today.
We're just dodging birds.
Yeah, man, this bird above us. He's already pooped on my sunglasses.
This one was too close.
Yeah, that's too close for comfort.
Yeah.
Speaking of birds, where is this little Lord Byron? Which is the bald
It's a
eagle.
little too cold for Lord Byron.
I hadn't seen him in a while, though.
Yeah, he was around, I think, late spring, early summer.
He hangs out on hole 7, just on the tee box, kind of a tree
Huh.
to the right of the tee box.
Just
There's
kinda-
2 of them usually.
Yeah, they work their way around the lake typically.
Yep.
Had a bit of a club slam on 10 green that forced the kid on 9 or 18 putting to back off of his ball.
It caught me off guard. I had to look over there see what was going on.
All
Somebody's
right.
not happy with that tee shot.
Mr. Flopshot has about 10 feet for par here down the hill, probably breaking a little to his right.
Should fall a little right and
did,
just a
and
little
he
more
did
right
not
than
play
he
the brick.
anticipated.
So I'm assuming these players, unlike, let's say, the APT event, they're staying in hotels.
Yeah,
Yes.
so whenever we were in high school, the way it works is Texas High actually works out a rate with the hotels and then covers the lodging for the players.
Oh, really?
And so that's why, it's such a prestigious event in Texas high school golf, just because, it's a great facility, great golf course. It's the best the kids will see all year, maybe until they get to state. And then just the things that come with it. You get the good dinner Thursday night, as well as, the lodging's covered, and it makes sense for budgets.
Honestly, you talked about the state courses. At least the ones we played, I would have actually chose this course over some of the ones we
Oh, absolutely.
played.
Not only because this is where we're from, obviously, but just conditions-wise,
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah.
is typically way better.
Remember Wolf
Let's go
Dancer
over to
was...
9. Looks like we have a Texas High player on 9.
I don't know who this is.
Where, if we do, it would be John D. Patterson.
Sorry.
I don't think we do.
Match that. They're wearing similar attire. Let's see how he does. Looks like he's about to finish out.
The viewers couldn't see, but back on 18, the one kid wearing shorts was the only one that get it up and down.
Nice.
So
Sorry we didn't get it on camera. Let's see if we can get you some updates here on the tournament.
Oh, actually, a kid from TCA made an eagle on 17. I just heard him doing his live scoring. He said he made 5.25. So par on 16, eagle on 17, and bogey on 18.
So scoring update, McKinney Boyd is now sole leader at 23 over. Denton Geyer at 25 comes in second. Texas High still in third at 27. So, sorry, somebody in my ear. Few off the lead. Highland Park in fourth. South Lake Carroll tied for fifth with J.J. Pierce. Woodlawns at seventh. Trinity Christian Academy eighth. Rockwall 9. Jesuit Prep 10.
You know, I don't even think we're at the halfway point, to be honest, on the round. So they've still got a lot of time to make up some strokes and just chip away at that lead. It's all about making pars, just trying to save shots and let the other teams come back to you. There's not going to be a ton of fireworks today.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a look at the individual leaderboard. Individually, you got Matthew Watkins from Rockwall leading at 4 under total. Second, you got Cody Winkler from McKinney Boyd at 1 under. So, that's a good look with.
Yeah, he's 2 under for the day.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Brody Hanley, we saw on 18 earlier. He's even, +1 on the day. Luke Ekholm, if I'm saying that right, apologize if I'm not. Looks like he was even yesterday, +1 on today. Daniel Fuller at South Lake Carroll, +3 on the tournament.
Grayson, will you send me the link to the live scoring, please?
Mm-hmm. Looking at it, there's only 2 red numbers on the course currently. So only 2 kids under par for the round.
I'll tell you what, man, if you shoot under par in either of these 2 rounds, yesterday or today, that is golfing your ball.
Yeah. Camden Robertson, the leader for Texas High, it looks like at +3 on the tournament. Trinity Christian Academy, another local Texarkana team. Michael Heidenbaugh, if I'm probably not saying that right, but the one we just talked about had the eagle on 17. He is +4 even on the day. Will Patterson for Texas High is 7 over total, +2 on today.
I want to go back to that first round. Matthew Watkins shooting 5 under. I'm looking at his scorecard right now, and he shot bogey-free 5 under.
Well, bogey-free in those conditions is impressive.
Yeah,
in
I just
any
want to take a minute
conditions.
to say how good that is. So, Matthew Watkins, if you ever hear this, kudos to you. That is an amazing round.
Yes, once I came in today, I asked who was leading. They told me somebody shot a 67. Like, in that weather? Man.
So we actually just had a wedge shot into 18 that got a really good break. I'm not sure the kid realizes how good it worked out for him. He actually missed it right, and it came off really low, but it hit into the hill or the upslope of the bunker and kicked down to about 12 feet for par. So he's probably walking up thinking he's got 30, 40 feet, and it worked out really well for him.
Let's take camera back to 18. Let's see what he thinks about his shot.
Looks like the leaderboard is just open. Texas High has fallen to 4th at 30 over. McKinney Boyd is still 23. So they're 7 shots behind.
What school is this with the blue right here?
I can find out.
Yep, that's TCA.
Yeah, so Trinity Christian Academy. I believe it's somewhere around Dallas.
It is. I think that's where Will Zalatoris went to school.
Yeah, it
Will
is.
Zalatoris is a really good pro, really good amateur golfer, and plays pro now on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Y'all know I love blue. I like that royal blue they got. Looks sharp.
Would have never
Blue with the
guessed
white
that you were a
pants is a
fan of
nice
blue.
touch.
Just short of the green on 18, or maybe front edge of the green. I believe that is. What school is that putting right there, Garrett, in the red?
I am unable to answer that question. I have no idea. But it was a good putt, just a little 2 feet underneath the hole.
Oh, it's
Pretty good.
Woodlands.
Woodlands down in Houston. I was just there.
Heading back that way, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. More Sugarland.
Text Truman, see how Thomas is doing.
All right, let's see if we can get an update on Thomas.
Thomas Curry on the live scoring at least should be 2 over through 6.
ECA is over the putt. So it's going to go left to right on this one.
I don't think he's playing the right break.
He was not.
He was not.
I
He looked
couldn't
to be
tell if he
aimed up
played it.
pretty right.
Yeah, did he play that to move to the left, or did he just shove it a little bit?
I think his stance was a little closed, acting like he was hitting it to the right. But he actually hit it probably dead center, and it just moved out to the right.
You know, talking about indoor facilities earlier, your dad's place, man. This Texas High indoor facilities, once they get it complete, is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be great for the kids. It'll really help them out and give them a place to practice when the weather's not great. A lot of them will go out to my dad's driving range, but, you know, just having that on campus or right off of campus helps out a lot. It's just very convenient and give them a place to work on their games and continue to improve.
Yeah, I think they might be one of the first and only high schools to actually have a TrackMan on site that they can practice on.
Yeah, it's certainly an advantage that you typically don't get in high school.
We have Emma joining us, also a professional golfer, collegiate career at New Mexico.
How's it going?
Good. How's your morning?
Pretty good so far.
You're in
Chilly.
the landing zone over there. I'm just warning you right now.
She's the closest 18 green. She'll be the first one to get hit.
That is not the landing zone I'm talking about.
Oh. Landing zone on the bird. We have a bird that
We have
is
a bird that does not like us here.
dropping
Let's
bombs.
take you back over to 9 real quick.
This man has a ponytail.
Oh, missed it right.
Give it a little bit of extra pace as well.
I have a little tester coming back.
The first we've seen in short sleeves today. He's
Short sleeves with rain pants, so obviously he's trying to keep his legs warm and his upper body not so warm.
I have a little bit of trouble from our angle seeing the hole on this one. It's out there. One long, one short.
I haven't seen a whole lot of putts made, so I'm not sure if there is a hole there.
We saw one kid make a putt from the
There goes
left
one.
side of the green.
Emma, so you're heading down to Houston this afternoon to play in the tournament, correct?
Yes.
Which one is it?
It is the APT Winter Series. Both men and women are playing, so Gary and I will be heading down there together.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
I'll see you there tomorrow.
You heading down there too?
I am.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll leave in the morning.
Morgan, you and I can tee it up at Texarkana Country Club.
Yeah, I think John's looking for a big night at the casino tonight, and we may or may not see him in the morning, but I'll be out here either way.
I hope he has a real big night at the casino, and then he can have a real bad one on the golf course.
Yeah. It's
Save
funny,
me.
John is the only guy I know to lose 2 golf balls on a par 4 and make bogey. Somehow.
I don't think the math checks out on that one.
It does not. You can't tell him that.
We got questions for you, John.
Yeah. John, if you're listening, call the USGA.
So do you think anyone's going for it on 12 today?
No chance. They've got the tees all the way back. It is a north wind, cold. I don't think anybody has the firepower to take it up over the trees in this cold, and I mean, the best case scenario, they're going to have about 260 yards at the pin, and I just don't think anybody does it today.
Let's go back to 18 here. We have another TSA, which I like their uniform.
I believe first to play will be Rockwall from just short right.
This is a very hard shot.
We've seen some great shots from over there, though.
We just got
Balls
an
up.
update from Caroline Curry about Thomas. He's 2 over through 7.
2 over through 7. And Rockwall left it in the bunker from the right. It's a really tough shot.
Really good pitch shot in from TCA. Not sure who the kid is, but got a good set of hands on him. Got about 5 or 6 feet left for par. And then long right of the green. We can't see it from our angle, but the player from the Woodlands has difficult pitch in. I mean, he's got green to work with, but it's a harder shot.
Green's always running
Downwind.
away from you. It's carrying a lot of speed. That'll run a good 10, 12 feet by.
And very quick to play from Rockwall. We've got the 4th shot from the bunker. It's really, really
Great
good
shot,
right
yeah.
there.
Got about 1.5 feet, 2 feet for bogey. I still don't understand the short sleeves play.
Here in about an hour, looks like Texas and OU's going to kick off. Who y'all got today?
Texas?
OU, baby.
No.
OU all the way.
Horns
you're
down.
kidding me. Baylor's just mad 'cause they can't ever beat you.
Is there any way we can mute the 2 mics on the left? They're over here pulling for OU. It's not going to work.
I just don't like Texas, man. Horns down. You know, this is a special year for Baylor. We've got Texas and OU at home.
Man, I
That
had
is
to get
just
beat in
very-
front of my home crowd.
Twice.
Hey, Baylor's up to something this year, man. We're 5-0. It's going to be a good year. We're going to go undefeated, get in that playoff.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Thanks,
You
man.
got to play somebody to get respect. Give me your schedule.
Well, we played Stephen F. Austin, UTSA, Rice. We did have a good road win against Kansas State.
This is a juggernaut of a schedule y'all had there.
I tell you what,
We don't come out injured.
Yeah, I believe I looked at the schedule. I believe they've beaten 1 Power 5 team to this point in the year.
Is Kansas State a Power 5 team?
they're Big 12. Don't worry.
Or no, that might be 2. Haven't they played Iowa or Iowa State?
Oh yeah, we did actually. We had a good road win at Iowa State. So 2 road wins. No, sorry, that was a home game.
Well,
Home win against Iowa State and a road win at Kansas State, and we've got Texas Tech at home this week for homecoming. So
it's going to get real, so good luck.
we opened up at a 10.5-point favorite. So anybody betting out there, that's a lot of points to give the Bears. I'd take Texas Tech.
They still running throwing the ball around like they were doing when Browse was there?
You know, they try to. We're not doing it as much. More of a pro-style offense. Matt Rule's doing a really good job. I heard an interview with Coach Rule, and he said that they are extremely deep in the offensive line, which is something they haven't had in previous years. So we're getting some good production out of the running game. So we're starting to become a more well-rounded team.
I'll tell you this, the facilities at Baylor and just the campus in general, man, it's beautiful down there. It really is.
I was very lucky to go down there.
Now, Garrett, once you got to school and started putting on some weight, weren't you asked to be a dual sport athlete? They wanted you on the offensive line?
No, I was going to be a punt specialist. I was the punt specialist. I just returned punts at practice. Didn't even give me a jersey.
Disrespect.
I know. I played quarterback in 8th grade. I asked them if they needed a 4th string, but I already had one.
You ever see RG3 down there?
I didn't. Saw his Heisman several times. They have his Heisman displayed in the football facility, but never got to see RG3.
That was an exciting time when he was there.
That
I'll
was,
give you
yeah.
that.
Yeah. I'll never forget the most fun I've had at a football game is my freshman year. They had Baylor against OU at home, and they had college game day there. It was a night game.
I remember this game.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
we lost. You know, we got beat pretty bad, but at the same, I mean, I didn't really care. It was such a great atmosphere. It was the loudest stadium I've ever been in. just a good experience.
That was a close ball game.
Well, it
Is
was
that the one I'm thinking about?
it was for a little while, but we got really hurt. Jarrett Stidham, who's now on the Patriots, he played. That was when he was there. He was a sophomore. He was our second string when Bryce Petty went out, I think, and I think he got hurt that game. He broke his ankle, so we had our third string in, so they kind of pulled away in the fourth quarter. Baylor was ranked 5, I think, at that point.
Let's go over to 5 here.
No,
They ranked 5th in the
Not
Big
five,
12
sorry,
at this
no.
point in the year.
no, that year, my freshman
Nah.
year, we were ranked 5 in the country.
I know. I'm saying now. What would they be? 5th in the Big 12?
We're tied for first, baby.
Not for long. Emma, how's New Mexico?
Our football team's pretty sad.
Pretty sad.
Not gonna say much about it.
We're talking about football teams, college football teams.
Oh yeah.
I said Wyoming wasn't any good.
Ouch.
No, I'm just kidding. He's over here talking about how Baylor's undefeated, but I asked him to name off a few teams. It's not a good schedule.
Yeah, Wyoming got a big win against Mizzou. I think it was the first game of the season. So
Y'all went to
That's
the
good.
Tulsa, or Tulane or Tulsa game?
Tulsa.
How was it? They win?
They pretty much gave the game away at the very end. They lost. Didn't play great, but one of the last plays of the game, our quarterback fumbled on like the 1 yard line and lost the ball. So
Well,
yeah, it was a tough one. Heartbreaker.
Really good lag putt on 9 for, not sure who that is, actually.
I think it's Rockwall. Heath?
Potentially. I don't know, that could be.
Match the bag.
We've got Rockwall Heath in red, and we also have, I believe, Grapevine, maybe?
I'm not sure if Grapevine's here.
They are. I'm just going to argue with you.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are.
It's either Mansfield Legacy, Grapevine, or Rockwall
This
Heath.
putt he just made.
All 3 schools wear red, so.
It's not Rockwall.
Yeah, it was Grapevine that had a good lag putt.
Good old Grapevine. Where Post Malone's from.
Post Malone's from Grapevine.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Got a good friend who went to high school with him.
He went to Southlake for a year or 2.
Really?
What?
Southlake
I
and then
find that
Grapevine.
hard to believe.
Yeah, I do too.
As do I.
It's pre-tatted up, I guess.
No, yeah, no doubt.
I can make some music though, can he?
Oh, man. He can. Big Post Malone fan.
Let's go back to 18. These approach shots. It's like we have a player short and right, like we've been seeing a lot of.
We've got 2 of them. One came from the rough, and the other one hit his second shot, and he's short right again.
I'm assuming we're going to have a Texas High player coming up here soon on 9, but I don't see any.
We should have John D. Patterson first playing the individual spot for Texas High. He started on number 2, so we should be seeing something from him shortly.
Oh, we've got a guy in shorts, a short sleeve, and what looks to be a vest.
Playing pretty bold over here.
I'm a big vest guy, so I respect that play.
Oh,
I caught the slope. It's coming back
Man,
down.
another foot, and that would have been a lot better. This wind has picked up on us. I probably woke everybody up in my house this morning at like 5:30. I was scouring the house for a blanket. I'm not leaving out here, going out there without one. Not proud to admit this, but I took the one off my little girl's bed. I just took it with me. Covered her up with just one of the thin ones.
Yeah, I didn't quite have time to prepare for that. I woke up at 7:35 to a text that said we were starting coverage at 8. So.
And I woke up to a phone call from Grayson Jones after he got said text message.
Yeah. I'm like a last second kind of person. I just, knew y'all'd be here.
elected to chip it from just right in front of the green. I would have probably putted that, but a good result. He's got about 30 feet for probably what looks to be a bogey. It looks like the Woodlands.
Tell you, man, the course just started out a lot of shade going over.
We do have John D. Patterson coming up 9. He's on 9 green right now. If we could switch
Let's
over
go to
there.
9. Is that John D?
Yeah, that is John D. Patterson in the short sleeves. He's pretty much just skin and bones, so I'm not sure how he's staying warm.
He's looking sharp, though.
Tell you what,
That belt is a real deal. Where do they get these belts at?
Peter
They
Millar.
ordered them straight from. Are they not Smathers and Branson belts?
Oh, they might be. Yeah, Smathers and Branson.
Very fancy.
The best dressed golf team, I think, out here by far.
They did a really good thing this year in the uniforms. I think on their shoes and on their belts, they have JB on them to commemorate Jay Brewer.
And the hats as well.
And the hats as well, yes. So, good touch.
I didn't know Coach Brewer that well. He would always make fun of me because I'm just everything either wear blue or black. You look, walk in my closet, that's it. And he would always make fun of me. I went there and bought a blue golf bag from Tom at Golf USA. Actually, shout out to Golf USA for sponsoring. He would always make fun of me wearing blue all the time. And I guess the day he passed, I was out here that evening and saw him, and he was making fun of me again.
John D. Patterson from about, what looks to be about 40, 45 feet in front of the green on 9.
Electing to putt it.
This will be a tough little 2-putt.
Looks to be a good effort as far as the speed goes.
That's a very good effort. He's probably got about 2.5, 3 feet for par left.
That was a very good lag
Great
putt.
from where he was at.
Yep.
It's like it's going to be a tough putt. I've done that exact same thing many a times. John D's a freshman, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, John D. and Thomas are both freshmen.
Good putt there by what looks to be Highland Park. Oh, with the short sleeves and a beanie.
Got a kid from Trinity Christian Academy who's elected to go shorts and short sleeves, so it's certainly a bold play.
Emma Cindy Jones said welcome.
That's my mother. She didn't say hello to me.
Well,
Or me.
they even blew her a kiss.
And John D. Patterson here putting for par. Should just be a little cleanup. And that's exactly what it was. Good par there on 9 by John D. Patterson.
I like John.
Kid's got a lot of potential, man. He's a great kid. Works hard at it. Really loves the game as well.
You know, this entire golf team, anytime I come out here, it seems like they're here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they pretty much live at the golf course. Whether they're actually being productive or not, that's up to interpretation. But
True.
They're out here. That's the only thing that matters.
I know. I always see Thomas and John D out here.
John D likes to harass Miss Teresa in the grill.
They all do.
does, and he always asks a bunch of questions.
John D is question master.
I said Dilford down out of the fairway bunker.
I like it. I like it.
Dilford. 5 pars in a row, 4 over. Let's go.
Awesome. And John D, 5 pars in a row.
He's
on fire.
He's
on fire.
4 over through 8, and he's still up in spirit. So it's good. Maybe he can make a little comeback for his last 10 holes.
You know, honestly, playing 8 holes, being 4 over, but having 5 pars in a row, he had a bad start, but it's a good comeback. You know?
I'd like to see that scorecard. I imagine it's rather colorful.
Let's
Coming
move
back over to 18
here. Sorry about that.
That was your job. We've got Jax Patterson.
Somebody asked me yesterday at the football game, how are you going to call a golf tournament? And I said, well, I recruited a bunch of professional golfers. I'm just going to let them do it, and I'm just going to sit here. I will tell you this. It's actually been more fun than I thought it was going to be.
You're telling me you didn't think commentating golf would be fun?
Well, I'm just not a... You know, the thing is, I heard a guy tell me one time, it's too hot to work in the summer. It's too cold in the winter. And I've tried to live by that. Stay inside. It is cold out here.
Oh, yeah.
It's bad
for
advice,
sure.
by the way. Don't take that advice. Look, we have Truman Nugent behind us, the legend himself. We were just talking about how these China tariffs, if they're affecting your business.
No comment from Truman. He's a man of mystery.
Literally.
How does Truman make money? Who
Nobody knows.
I know he's close friends with Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
So, scoring update, McKinney Boyd in first place at 24 over. Denton Geyer in second at 28. J.J. Pierce, third place, 29. Highland Park at 30. South Lake Carroll at 33. Texas High just went black on, I think, 35.
Jax Patterson had a nice little shot up there to about 10 feet down the hill for par. That was probably his third shot.
Electing for the push cart. I'm noticing they even have JB on their shoes.
Yeah, they do.
Did Tom at Golf USA outfit these kids?
I believe all the orders were placed through Tom, but I'd have to imagine that the team moms were the ones that made the final decisions on what to order.
Tom at Golf USA. He wears a lot of hats. He does about anything. You walk in. I walked in there one day and there were a bunch of locks sitting there. I'm like, what are you doing? He was like 300 just locks. And I'm like, what are you doing with these? Like, I don't know. Some guy wanted them numbered. And I said, why did he call you? How did you become the lock guy?
Yeah, Tom can do just about anything you ask him to when it comes to
very self-sufficient.
putting
For a company
numbers
like
on anything.
Yeah, a company like mine with a marketing company, and a lot of clients need things quick. I'm telling you, it's very rare for somebody to just do everything in-house, and the way he's able to pump things out of there so quick, it's
Yeah, how convenient.
Texarkana.
I was gonna say, how convenient is that for you, having him close and then knowing him through golf as well as doing business with him?
He does RWP trophies for game day.
Okay.
Do I get one of those?
You gotta win something first.
Oh, I thought it was, best commentator or something like that.
No, you win this weekend. I'll get you one.
And that putt
Can I get one from
has
commentary skills?
I just said that, Grayson.
Wasn't listening.
Well, we'll do fan polling, and we'll see who comes up as a winner. I have a feeling Emma or Sam's going to win. They're just going to look better than y'all in the pictures. They're not doing a whole lot of talking, but I have a feeling they'll win. Scoring update, McKinney Boyd still in first place, 24 over. J.J. Pierce and Highland Park now tied for second at 30.
If you're watching on Facebook, comment which commentator you like better. We won't see it. It's all anonymous.
Camden Robertson at Texas High tied for 4th in the tournament at 3 over right now.
Let's go.
Jax Patterson lining up his putt on 18 over here. He's also playing as a medalist alongside John D. Patterson.
Thomas Curry is 2 over on the day. Will Patterson at 4 over. Both 9 over for the tournament.
Very nice.
This putt should be downhill falling a little right.
Now, we've seen this putt a lot, and I'm not sure anybody's missed it left of the hole.
I don't think so
Always
either.
went right. This looks good.
Just a
line.
moment.
Oh, God.
Oh, and Jax also misses it just to the right.
What just happened?
I think Siri.
Oh, did Siri get me? Was that you or me?
I have no idea. I was
No,
watching.
it
I was
was
watching
you.
the putt.
Had to have been you.
Just blame it on me.
Keep that in mind when casting your votes for favorite commentator. Garrett and Morgan can't control their phones.
Mine's on vibrate. It wasn't mine.
I'm pretty sure this phone controls me most of the time. I just miss it.
Another par putt on 18. I'm not sure who from, but just slips by the hole on the right.
You know, these kids are really having a tough time on this hole on 18 just because it's really tough to make putts, and I haven't.
Yeah,
mean,
number 9 as well. We haven't seen too many made putts.
Yeah.
I believe we've only seen 1 or 2 birdies total on either hole.
I haven't seen a birdie.
Yeah, there was one on number 9 before you got here. Kid
Gotcha.
Putt it from just off the green with the pin in.
There's just a lot where they put these pins are pretty easy spots to hit to, but there's just a lot of break around the hole to where it's a tough putt.
I think if you don't see these greens a lot, it's just hard to read. So it's hard to kind of commit to a line, and if you pick the wrong one.
Absolutely.
Yes, I would say like a lot of these greens are very deceiving. So like you have a putt, looks like it's breaking right to left. It's actually pretty straight, or left to right. Just depends. Especially if you don't know them.
Very confused at what's going on 18 here. 2 balls are down. So it's like Highland Park. Are we putting first?
Yeah, that's not something you see all the time. I'm not sure if people realize that if you're on the green putting and another ball is unmarked and you hit that ball while putting, it's a penalty.
I did not know that.
Jax Patterson
this
tops
next
in.
group behind them, they have all hit their ball in the exact same spot, almost, it looks like. What do you think they're at, 190 or so or more?
Close, about 180.
You just couldn't say I was right, huh?
Just couldn't do it. Couldn't let you have it.
No, at that
about
distance, 10 yards
187.
really makes a difference, huh?
Looks like Lufkin about to hit their approach shot. We're on the 6th practice swing. That was a little right.
Yep, popular spot over there in that right bunker.
Looking at him hitting, I'm looking at on number 14. There's a couple players to the right of the green. I'm surprised y'all can't see it, but surprised his ball stayed up where he's at over there.
Morgan, what kind of telescope do you have to be able to see that?
Man, I borrowed one from Lance Ryan. I don't know anything about it, but man, right is popular, huh?
Yeah, it's with the ball below your feet from the fairway, it is easier to leave it out there to the right, and then combining that with the right pin, kids, especially in high school, you don't really learn that center of the green is great. It typically tends to be a lot of firing at flags, and with the ball below your feet, easy to leave it out there to the right and leave yourself short-sighted.
Let's see if the third one can get it on the green.
And he backs off.
There's a squirrel going rampant on this tree behind him. Behind the guy hitting the ball.
He's posing on it. He likes it.
Looks more toward the center.
Oh,
And
just on the
short.
front edge.
It's a good spot to be, though, honestly.
It's not a bad putt.
Yeah,
Way
that,
better than his playing partners who are in the right bunker.
That putt will move quite a bit and be pretty fast. We've seen it a lot today. Most kids have missed it low and long.
Who's University of Arkansas play today?
Kentucky.
They may not win, but I bet they cover.
You know, actually, I like Arkansas in that game because I've heard that Kentucky has some injury problems. They are on their third-string quarterback.
So is Arkansas.
Well,
Arkansas hasn't quite decided on a starting quarterback yet, so first, second, third string, they're all interchangeable at this stage.
keep the defenses guessing.
They just man, they're in the toughest conference in football. Toughest. I mean,
And Big 12's up there.
I'm a Big 12 fan, but I having to play Alabama, LSU.
I completely agree.
I mean,
Florida, Auburn.
yeah, it's just rough. That is a team that needs to switch conferences. No, they won't, but it's just tough. Tough for them. I had the opportunity to meet Coach Morris a couple of weeks ago. Really nice guy.
Yeah, I met him at the Pleasant Grove game as well and talked to you like a normal guy. I actually had no idea who he was at first. I don't really keep up with Arkansas football too closely.
You just missed him not flying in on a helicopter.
I wasn't there
Paying
for that.
attention. He came in style too. He circled the stadium a couple times.
You know, when I first went out to Jeff when I was young,
Excuse me.
Grayson told me that Truman had a purple helicopter, and I believed it for about 4 years.
Truman can do some talking, so he added on to that story, and Garrett just fell for it. Nice and gullible.
To this day, I'm not completely sure that he doesn't have a helicopter.
Speaking of purple, if you're listening from the Texarkana area, there's some great purple memes going around right now.
Yeah,
Oh, good
it's all
shot
about
here.
those
It could go
purple
in.
markers.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh.
great shot by the guy in purple.
Getting a lot of texts from some friends down in Sulphur Springs wanting a shout out on the coverage. So, Casing and Moats, there you go.
I'll send you the bill. That was a great shot. Was that out of the sand over there?
That was out of the sand. He just landed it right on the fringe and rolled it up there to about a foot or a little less.
Is there nobody on 9, I don't guess? See anybody?
Yeah, we've got an opening on number 9 right now. We should be seeing some Texas High players coming up 9 here shortly.
Who would be the first one?
Thomas.
Thomas would be the first one. Okay, this kid coming from the sand looks like a
I know when
good shot
Thomas is
here.
coming. He'll have a really, really big group following, I'm assuming.
Probably has himself a 3-foot.
We got a
pad
comment from Marco Maldonado saying that's Jackson Griffin in the purple. Marco, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Marco.
Garrett and I played high school golf against Marco when he was at Lufkin.
I was just in Lufkin about a month ago playing the APT event down in Crown Colony.
We've had over 2,000 people look at the live coverage this morning so far.
No, I've just opened and closed it 1,999 times.
Yeah.
You're the other one.
if you're watching on YouTube as well. Shout out.
Shout out on the tube.
Good thing I like about doing this is even after this is over, it's still going to post. You can go back and rewatch it versus doing, us doing a TV channel or something like that,
Absolutely. Putt here from just short of the green. Looks like it's carrying some speed.
Oh, he's one of the
Not bad,
first few
actually.
players we've seen miss that putt on the high side of the hole.
Means he's a good player, folks.
Leave it on the high side, pro side. Probably has himself a 2.5 footer for par.
There is a huge group on number 13. There's got to be 25 spectators down there probably.
We've
Would
got
that be
a
John D's group possibly?
no. John D should still be on.
Did he go to 1?
That could be Jax. No, Jax was on 18. He wouldn't be playing 13
Yeah,
again.
John D finished at 9. He would have went to 10, right?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
but he wouldn't
that's
be all the
pretty-
way down there yet, would he?
Yeah, that's
see
pretty
him go.
quick to get down there, but could be. A lot of spectators, probably us. Tom Parsons is watching. Hi, Tom.
Just want to give another shout out to Tom with all the support he showed Texarkana game day, and then Texas High Golf as well. Just really good asset to have.
Let me tell you how smart Tom is. He tricked me. Cost a lot of money to be on the set. Tom talked me into paying for the cups and putting his logo on them and giving me half price on them. I didn't think that one through, but shout out, Tom. We're over at 9 right now. I'm just kidding with you, Tom.
Well, Morgan, you run the marketing company. It seems like you might want to take some of his strategies.
Yeah, I think Tom's gotten over on me every single time.
Looks like the guy from South Lake Carroll will be first to play. He's just on the right fringe of the green. Pretty standard chip, up and over a ridge. Looks to get this one within 5 feet.
Oh, he
Oh,
actually
wow,
hit
he
the
actually hit the
stick. Almost
pin.
made it.
A little unlucky, actually.
We were speaking earlier about how many kids come back and talk about how much they enjoy the golf course and the event, and Marco actually commented that he remembers playing in the event, and it's a great event and great course. So that's just another example of how much players really enjoy the golf course and the setup for this high school tournament.
Marco is an amazing player in his own right.
Sam, where are you from originally?
I'm from Colorado Springs originally, born and raised.
Nice.
I think my mom and dad might just be tuning in too, so
Shout out.
shout out
They
to
in Colorado
Colorado.
Springs also?
They are.
Nice. I think we're going to do Christmas in Colorado this year. We're going to Breckenridge, if I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Breck's one of my favorite mountains.
So we have a 1, 5, and a 9-year-old, so I'm sure the 1-year-old is, we're just going to be hanging out in the house, I guess. While everybody else has fun.
Any,
assuming.
any skiing for you, Morgan?
I probably don't need to be skiing anyway, but my kids have never seen snow, so
Really?
I'm assuming there'll be a bunch of it up there.
Yeah. You're gonna have a good time.
I'll probably rent a snowmobile, something like that. Hang out with the youngest one.
I don't know if I'd trust you running one of those.
Oh, no. I'm super careful.
Got somebody standing on the wrong side of the ball on 18. He's actually playing left-handed. First one we've seen yet.
I wonder if he knows he's standing on the wrong side of the ball. And this looks like to be coming up short and left. Not the easiest of positions.
Billy Lavender's watching with us, our Texas High insider. I like Billy a lot. He does our sideline interviews when we can't be there. Big asset to us, not only us, but Texas High and their athletic program. Great golfer, too.
Little scoring update. McKinney Boyd still holds the lead at a total of 25 over. South Lake Carroll at 33 over in second, and Highland Park at 34 over in third. Texas High is at sixth at 36 over par, 11 shots back from the lead. Matthew Watkins is still leading at a total of 4 under par. Just playing steady.
Got an update on John D. Patterson. He missed the green on number 10, but chipped it close and tapped in for par. And then on 11, he hit the green in regulation, so he'll have a look at birdie there.
It looks like he was probably 10 feet out on number 11. I got the same video.
Not positive. Truman told me that it's a little farther than it looks in the video.
Okay.
There are currently 3 under par rounds on the golf course right now. There's an even par, 1 under, and 2 2-unders. So, of course, playing tough today.
Be interesting to see if any of them can get those to the house still under par. Red number today would be good and do a lot for you as far as moving up the leaderboard.
Absolutely. Grayson, you remember getting weather like this at the Classic when we played?
I think there was one year it was pretty cold for us, but other than that, the weather was always pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the pictures I have were wearing shorts.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody asked me that yesterday if I remembered when the weather was bad one year, and I honestly couldn't remember it.
I don't remember which year it was. I just know we had colder weather once.
Matt Prescorn told me it was my senior year, but I honestly couldn't remember.
I think it was your
No
senior
idea.
year. I think it rained one day. Other than that, it wasn't cold.
Yeah, he mentioned it wasn't necessarily cold. It was just raining, but I couldn't remember it.
Well, that's back when it was a 36-hole event, so
Yeah.
18 holes each day, so it
Yeah.
wasn't quite as stressful trying to get in the first round because we could
Mhm.
come off the course for a couple hours and still get out and finish. I believe the last 2 years it's been scheduled to be a 54-hole event and gotten shortened to 36 due to weather.
What do y'all think about our game day golf logo? Do you see it?
Yeah, I did. You actually sent it to me a couple weeks ago. I think it's pretty sweet. We're gonna. I'll take a jacket with that logo on it.
You
A
want
couple
that?
shirts.
Well,
I'll do it with a hat. I'll be nice. You just send me a
all my
hat.
friends are expensive. 'Cause y'all know I don't do anything cheap, so I gotta get the Nike stuff, and got about 50 of them. Our dang T-shirts are really popular.
I'll give you a ping hat that you can just logo it on the side.
All right, drop it off at Tom's office. He said he'd do it for free.
Perfect. Thanks, Tom.
No, I tell you what, if you and Emma and Sam, if y'all gonna play in this tournament, y'all can promise me some TV time. We make something happen.
Come on down.
If you win, we'll give us a shout out. Texarkana Game Day. Wouldn't be here without them. One of those?
Oh, I can do that. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, the APT Winter Series won't quite have the coverage that the J. Brewer Tiger Classic has this weekend.
No.
This is true.
2 days in carts.
Maybe this 2020 summer, maybe APT will. We'll see. Nobody's contacted me yet. We need to reach out soon. We're getting booked.
Shout out ATP. APT.
APT. It is going to be hot at the end of July next year.
Yeah, maybe we can.
But you know, hey, I got fans everywhere in football season. You can't see them. You can probably hear them, but I got fans going everywhere.
We might could set up just inside the doors in there,
No,
stay
we
in the
tried to
AC.
set up inside yesterday. Billy wasn't having it. Wouldn't let us leave the doors open.
Oh,
Wanted to
Billy.
save on that electric bill.
Shout out, Billy.
I guess you save on the electric. You can put a little more money into the golf course or the tennis courts.
Yeah.
Paul Dossie is watching. Hey, Paul. Father of my former teammate, Cooper Dossie. Grayson,
Somebody just hit one off the tee on 18, way right.
you mean 9?
9, I'm sorry.
You're good. Grayson, Sam Hudson just texted me and said, glasses outside of the beanie is a questionable look.
It's okay.
You know, I brought this beanie for me, and it was just sitting on the table, and he just walked over and put it on.
Yeah, I was cold.
Can't take him anywhere.
Yeah.
It was sitting in my chair, so I picked it up and put it on.
Speaking of game day merchandise, we are about to start selling merchandise here soon.
And where can fans pick that up?
Well, I don't have any to buy just yet, but stop by Phone Pros in Texarkana anytime. Sign autographs for $10.
The beanies start at $59.99. Tax plus plus.
I'll tell you what is crazy. Started game day in August, and how far it's came this quick. And we go to like these middle schools or even high schools, and these little kids are yelling out your name, want to take pictures with you, and I'm just like, y'all have no idea. I'm not famous,
Yet.
but it's fun.
Not famous yet.
I enjoy it. You know, it's a game day was an investment back in our community, and you know, I never expected it to grow the level it has, and I knew it was going to look good, but just like today, you know, it's hard to get good talent. Burn. Nobody got that yet.
I understood it. Chose to ignore it.
Thomas Parker on Facebook said, thanks for the coverage, guys, pulling for the Tigers, and reminded us the Lady Tigers golf team will have their tournament the first weekend in November.
Yeah,
So-
Gracie Hennard, if I'm saying it correctly. I really like her. She's playing today in Little Rock, I believe.
Yes,
In a
she
tournament.
is.
Yeah. And she puts in a lot of work.
A lot of reps, a lot of time.
Yeah.
She loves the game.
I don't know if I've ever came out here in the summertime and not seen her out here. I'm assuming they just drop her off and pick her up after work, maybe.
Just
I
a
know, she's
short
always
missed
grinding.
putt from Byron Nelson on number 18.
So yeah, anybody from Texarkana that wants to come out first weekend in November, Lady Tigers, go support them.
As a former Lady Tiger, I appreciate all the support.
Got another kid in shorts and short sleeves. Warming up a little bit, but not quite to that level for
Looks
me.
like he has an Under Armour rolled up to the elbow.
It's a look, guys.
You know, we go to a football game, we have to put caution tape up because everybody walks in front of the camera. Somehow they just don't see us just sitting here talking. But we come to a golf tournament, somebody was about to and caught themselves and walked around us.
Not only that, he acted like we had the plague. He just like turned around really quickly.
Yeah.
Like scared.
This is one tree on number 9 here. This one that kind of leans over a little bit. The way my game works, I can't hit a draw. And it's just always in my way down there.
I'd love for that tree to be cut down.
Yeah. Make that happen, Kenny.
Shout out Kenny, Green Superintendent.
Yeah, I reached out to head pro Art Romero to see if we might get Kenny on later to talk a little bit about the golf course and the conditions, but unfortunately he's already left for the day.
He's probably been out here since 5 a.m. working on the golf course. Worked so hard at this golf course. He made it in absolutely perfect shape.
Actually just had one of our closest approach shots into number 18. Somebody from the fairway landed it just short left of the hole and it released by probably 15, 20 feet. So somebody will have a good look at birdie. Not sure who it is.
You know, I did notice the North Texas golf coach out here yesterday, obviously looking at a player or a couple of players. So it's always nice when you get a college coach down here looking like he's recruiting.
Yeah.
Makes you know that we have talent out here.
Is that the look you're going for today, Garrett, with all the Baylor gear?
Well, I got to support, the glory days, kind of a washed-up college student. It's currently all the
They have
all
a
the
big
gear
golf
that-
tournament out here, collegiate golf tournament, don't they?
Yeah, they have the Conference USA conference tournament out here. And it's a really awesome format. It's I don't know how many days they play. They play several days, but I think it's 36 holes of stroke play, and then they go into match play to figure out the ultimate champion.
It's something that you started to see a few years back when they changed the NCAA National Championship to match play format, and now a lot of the conferences have followed suit and made their conference championships that way.
Absolutely. Scoring update, Matthew Watkins still holds the lead. He's 1 over through 9, 4 under total. He's got a 3-shot lead on Cody Winkler from McKinney Boyd at 1 under total.
Camden Robertson in 4th place, 3 over. 1 over on the day, through 8 holes.
Solid playing, Camden. Keep it up.
We should
have some Texas High players coming.
Yeah, we should have Thomas Curry first on number 9. I'm not sure when. I actually just reached out to our on-course trackers for an update.
Hey, Grayson, I was going to get you some game day golf balls, but I figured that'd be a bad investment as much as you lose them.
That'd actually be better marketing. You'd have fans find them in the woods, and maybe if they hadn't heard about game day, they'd look it up.
Exactly.
So you're approaching this all wrong, Morgan. You want to give the balls to the worst players.
I play Texarkana game day balls, but mine don't go so far right into the woods.
Maybe they'll find mine on other holes.
I don't want you breaking windows and my logo to be on the golf ball.
Ultimately, you'd be held liable, correct?
That is how the law works, yes.
Really good pitch shot
really
into
good
number
shot.
9. Somebody just short of the green. Probably going to have 3 or 4 feet left for par.
I was starting to warm up till this breeze is hitting us.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's getting the back of my legs.
We have another player coming down 9 shorts.
Morgan, when are you going to get a food sponsor for game day? I'm really hoping for some Chick-fil-A right now. It'd be great if they could sponsor.
I've seen some donuts and some kolaches over there, but
Chick-fil-A, if you're watching this, go ahead and send some minis out here, little chicken minis out here. That'd be really appreciated.
I'd
Maybe
love for a Chick-fil-A sponsorship.
number 4, large sweet tea, Chick-fil-A sauce, please.
We could do like an Amigo ones for a lunch sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be our dinner sponsor.
Oh my goodness, we got donuts.
that's
Bringing
what we like to
surprise for
hear.
us.
Yeah, what is it?
Shout out to the crew we have today. Not only are they doing great things behind the camera, but they're providing us with the essential nutrients.
Donuts.
Quote,
Breakfast
nutrients.
of champions. Nutrients is a very loose term.
All right. I'll go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
This putt on 9. Oh, almost dropped. Tap in bogey. We have any updates on the Texas High players?
Yeah, we have Thomas Curry coming up number 8, so we'll be seeing him shortly. And then we've got, let's see, he will be followed by Carter Maneth, then Will?
Yes. Or Jack, one of the two.
Thanks. I'm good.
According to live scoring, Texas High has moved up to 3rd place alongside Denton Geyer and the Woodlands at 37 over par.
We talk about all the support that the Tigers get out here. We actually have the mom of former Texas High golfer Matt Prescorn, Miss Martha's out here to watch the Tigers play and cheer them on.
I saw Matt out here yesterday. I imagine he'll be out here at some point. I saw Jeff Prescorn too.
15 minutes ago.
Yes, 15 minutes ago.
Back to 18 here.
Got a little commentary with the players. One player asked his teammate what he's at, and the teammate replied, "A lot."
And that comes from Highland Park, so
That's
go
Jesuit.
Scots, I guess.
That's Jesuit.
That's a Highland Park bag on 10.
Oh, never mind.
The approach shot's coming in on 18. Looks like one of the players already hit. I guess we missed it.
This
maybe
play right here is
Lufkin here.
Yep, right in the middle of the fairway, probably 175 yards out. Looks like he's hanging it right. As
Right
we've
is popular today.
Yep, and it's in that right bunker. And from all the people I've seen over there, I've actually only seen one person get it up and down today, so not the ideal spot.
Guy looks like he had a pretty good drive. Doesn't look like the trees are going to affect his shot at all. Let's switch over to 9 real quick.
I see a lot of carts by the tee box, which means that a Texas High person will probably be coming in shortly. Looks like probably Thomas Curry on the tee.
What a crowd they have.
I'll tell you what, the support out here is next to none.
Yeah, I see Thomas Curry pushing his cart up the hill right there. Coming from 8. See his mom talking to him. Hug from Dad. Must have had a good hole. Man, this is a big tee shot coming on 9 right here. Wow. Did you see that?
I saw the swing. I didn't see the result.
Yeah, he's probably going to be 70 yards out, I would say.
That's huge.
Wow.
Drew it right around the trees. Got a good angle of the pin. Anytime you can get a wedge in on number 9, you're really gaining strokes on the field.
I was watching it through the binocular.
We
Man,
actually
smashed
have
that.
We actually have a pitch shot on number 9 coming from across the cart path near the putting green, and he hits it to
Good
about
shot.
4 or 5 feet.
Okay, we are showing you the tee box on number 9 right now. This one's he's trying to go over the trees.
Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
Can't see it. I don't see. Oh, I do see it down.
Is it good?
Yeah.
How about that?
Wow.
Thomas Curry will be next to play. Thomas is not one of the longest hitters out here, but man, he does hit it straight.
He
Yeah,
does.
let's see if he takes the aggressive approach. I doubt he will. I'll hit right to the sand. What do you think? Look at him.
He's posing on it. Looks to be in that bunker on the left. So,
Tough break for him.
yep. Be a difficult bunker shot. You got a high lip there, probably 160 yards out. Tough to get it up in the air really quickly to hit on the green.
You can tell Thomas is not happy with it.
No.
Jeff Jones is watching now. Hey, Jeff.
Let's go to the green
How's
on
it going,
9.
Jeff Rue?
So finish out.
Good
Oh,
putt
good
there,
putt.
Made.
Okay, we got a little chest tap and finger point, so
Great putt.
I guess we have Shooter McGavin in the flesh.
Tell you what, he's got the gold jacket in his sights.
Aaron Bray just hopped on. Aaron, thought you were coming today.
Yeah, Aaron, we could use you on the mic.
Oh, another sunk putt right there.
Man, that's-
Another made putt. All of them sinking them in that group.
Walking behind number 9 green right now, we got another former Tiger, Austin Pinkham, and he appears to be a little cold.
It's a little chilly out here, Grayson.
Just a little.
Thomas Curry coming down the fairway.
Be interesting to see what he can do out of that bunker. Hopefully he has a good lie. If he has a good lie, I think he can advance it to the green.
There is still a big group watching number 8 right now.
That would be Carter Maneth. I know Carter has his parents and both sets of grandparents out here, so big support group for Carter.
What would be your play right here, Garrett? In the position Thomas is in.
Well, it depends on the lie out of the bunker.
Is he in the bunker?
I think he is. It just depends on the lie. If he has kind of a dicey little lie, you need to take what you can get out in the middle of the fairway. But if he has a good lie, there is a good chance he can advance this to the green.
Yeah, as he gets down in that bunker, we'll lose sight of him, so we're going to have to be looking for the ball. Shots like this, it's really easy to catch them fat.
That ball's up.
Looks like he caught it a tad bit heavy, but got it on the
look at
green.
that.
He's
What
on
a
the green
save.
regulation.
That's a good
Great
shot.
shot.
Yeah,
That
good
is a
shot
very
from
good
Thomas
shot.
out of the bunker. He's got probably 35, 40 feet for birdie.
Great shot. I like watching the skip play golf. Lucas Walker said Sam is the best commentator he's ever heard.
Thank you.
One vote for Sam.
I think that's one.
If somebody doesn't
to,
vote for me, I'm going to turn this stream off.
Maybe here shortly we can get an update on the Tigers from head coach Ron Huntsey.
We're hearing our helicopter crew above us coming to give you the aerial shots of the
Is the-
coverage coming here soon.
We'll have the MetLife blimp here in a minute.
Louis Avery just joined with us. Shout out, Louis.
Louis been following Texarkana sports for quite a long time.
Oh, I mean, he's a legend in the area.
Absolute legend.
I can tell Thomas is cold. He's walking up, hand in his pockets.
Now, if you follow Louis' Facebook post, he gets a lot of comments as far as his opinions on the sports going on. So, could get on here, get a little Skip and Shannon undisputed, get Morgan and Louis going back and forth.
Man, I got a lot of respect for Louis. He been covering sports for forever. Nobody knows it better than he does. See Kyle DeLauder's watching. What's up, Kyle? Thomas Curry approaching the green. He's got to be happy with the results from that sand shot.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get it on the green from a fairway bunker, you've done your job.
So we know Thomas has a lot of experience on this golf course. It's hard for me to tell from this angle. What is this putt going to do, you think?
So he's got to go up and over a ridge. Should be turning to his right, but really the only job that he has is just get the speed right. If he can leave himself inside 4 feet for par, definitely what he's looking for. Putt should be slower than usual, just going up the hill.
Once again, I just can't let it slide, man. These uniforms look so good.
Yeah, they certainly look a lot better than the majority of the other teams. You see minimal white belts from the Tigers, so that's always a plus.
Yep.
So what is Thomas doing right here, Sam? What is Thomas doing right here, right in this green?
Yeah, so I know when I walk up and down my line, I'm just trying to kind of get a feel. Am I going uphill? Am I going downhill? Like Garrett said, he really just wants to focus on his speed on this putt. If he can at least try and get it close, it has a chance to fall in. So,
So Emma, is this a putt you're necessarily just trying to make from where he's at, or are you just trying to keep it close?
I'm just trying to get it close for this type of putt. Especially, it's a tiered putt, go uphill and then back a little bit downhill.
And the
See what
speed
he
is
does here.
the speed is so
It is very
important.
important.
You're
Just
not going to
trying
miss
get it
the line
close.
by too
If he
much.
makes it, great.
Ridge down.
Looks to be great speed there.
It's a really good putt from Thomas. He was watching it as if he thought it had a chance to go in, so it should just be a tap in par. Yeah, he just left it a
That is
few inches
great
short.
par from the fairway bunker.
Absolutely. Kid's a grinder, a Gruden grinder.
I mean, I play with Thomas a bunch of times, and this kid, I mean, he makes pars and birdies from most random places. So yes, he is a grinder. He's a
Emma, for the folks at home that may not know that term, how would you define a grinder?
someone who fights back, saves par, saves birdie.
I don't have too many birdies on my resume.
Quite a few net birdies, huh?
Oh, I can go ham with my net.
Can you explain that term? For the folks at home, going ham.
Let's see. I played in a Northridge Club Championship with my handicap, and I went ham, which means one by a lot.
Going ham means won by a lot. Hoping my Baylor Bears go ham today.
Yeah, good luck. You know what's funny is about that tournament, I played pretty good in that Northridge Club Championship, and then that was what was it, Friday, Saturday or something, Sunday?
Something like that.
And like I go out Wednesday and I come to Texas Country Club and shoot a 96. Everybody was questioning my handicap. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I can fire off a 95 like nobody's business. Let's see. Should we have Carter Maneth on 9?
I haven't seen him on the tee box yet, but
you
he
want
should
to tell our
be
viewers what you actually shot at the Northridge Club Championship?
Do what?
You want to tell the viewers what you actually shot at the Northridge Club Championship without your strokes?
I think first day, I don't remember. It was like a 76.
ish.
I think it was 76-ish, 78, and like a 81.
And you were listed at what, a 14 handicap then?
That is not true. I'm a 9 handicap. I played 3 really good days of golf. And keep in mind, my handicap is based on Texas County Country Club. And you know there's a lot more sand and problems out here for a golfer like me to get into. But, you know, haters are going to hate. So
Haters gonna hate. You heard it here first.
especially if their last name is Jones.
I don't know anybody with that last name.
Mike Jones. I could use some coffee right now. If anybody's watching that's on the premise of Texarkana Country Club and wants to bring me coffee, that'll be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, what we will do is we will let a couple more groups go by. We're going to take probably a 15-minute break, and then we will restart live coverage. The reason we're doing that, we have about a 4-hour cutoff time for the Facebook streamers. So to make sure we don't run into any issues going into the end of the round, we'll take a break. But we'll let these Texas High players pass before we do that.
And just got an update from Thomas. He is 2 over through 11 holes, I believe. So good start to his round. Hopefully make a couple birdies coming down the stretch.
Let's do this since I don't see Carter right now. Let's go to number 10 tee box. Let's watch Thomas Curry tee off.
Absolutely.
It appears Thomas will be the first to play off of number 10. And with that tee box moved up, it really helps him a lot because he can get it around or over the fairway bunkers if he chooses to go that route.
Looks like we're going to have a little delay, though, because there is somebody in the bunkers on 10. So going to have to wait for the group in front of him to clear out a little bit before they can fire off. Looks like Carter's group is on the tee at 9.
While they wait on 10, let's go to 9 tee box real quick.
This is not Carter first to play. Carter will be after this guy, probably. That looks left.
That's from getting the trees. It did. It got in the big pine tree.
That is
Did
not
see it
Carter.
down, but I saw it hit in the limbs. We have another lefty on the tee box down there. We do. Man, look at that ball flight. Good looking ball flight. Dead middle of the fairway.
Yep, got it by that bunker nicely. Should have a wedge in.
John Kelly would be proud. Carter Minutes teed off. I did not see the ball flight.
Did not either. Kind of hung his head.
He went up there and just hit the ball. He didn't practice swing or anything.
He's a relatively fast player. Something I admire. I don't like slow golf. Thomas Curry just hit it on 10 and is walking after it as if he loves it.
So no issues for Thomas off the tee on number 10.
Couldn't tell if he went over the bunkers or just to the right of him, but either way, he's going to be in the fairway.
All the players are coming up on 9. Let's go to 18 green real quick.
We have another guy, popular play, short and right of the green. He's not in the bunker, he's right of the bunker, so this is a very tough shot.
Looks like Tanner Smith from Alito is on the back right side
Wow,
of the
that is
green.
an amazing shot.
Oh,
That
how
is-
about that shot?
That is the best we've seen today. He got really lucky. He landed it in the fringe and bounced it down to the hole.
Landed soft around these greens, which typically doesn't happen.
Exactly. Yeah, he's going to be really
Looks
pleased
like
with
a
that shot.
South Lake Carroll player. I'm looking at it right.
No, I don't think so. I think they're
No.
wearing that lime green shirt.
Okay, I'm trying to get a name on it. I'm having trouble.
I believe that might be South Lake.
No, South Lake's wearing like green shirts.
I don't know who that would be then. Could be an individual from South Lake or
Look at this
something.
ball. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And they're tight.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
good
Oh,
pitch
man.
from just short
Nice
of the
chip
green.
there. It's got about a foot left. I'm getting beat up.
Truman Nugent's back to heckle the crew a little bit.
go back to 9. Carter Maneth coming up the fairway.
He's walking down the middle of the fairway, so maybe the golf ball was not as bad as we thought. Unless, like Thomas, he got hung up in that bunker.
I think he was just keeping an eye on it. I think it might have been headed a little left, but I never saw where it ended up.
Well, he went over the bunker,
Yeah,
so
looks
that's
like he
good.
went on. Yep.
It's probably just in that left rough. Good angle to the pin. Not that bad.
He's right on the other side of the bunker.
Yep. Not bad.
Boy, they have a crowd following this group right here.
They do. It's like a tour event.
I could not see. There he is. I have a golf cart blocking my view here of Carter.
Yeah, the carts are very convenient as a spectator. However, when you're trying to do coverage, they tend to get in the way a bit.
Brock McCorkle was watching. Shout out, Brock. Has Carter hit yet?
I don't know.
Yeah, he ended up front middle of the green, pretty similar to his teammate in the group before. So
Have a really good approach
Yeah, somebody
from
just stuff went in there tight.
whoever the left-handed kid is. He's got
McKinney
probably
Boyd looked like, I
5
think.
feet. Just a score update. McKinney Boyd leads at 26 over par total. South Lake Carroll at 35. Highland Park and Woodlands at 37. And then Texas High and J.J. Pierce at 38 over.
How many holes are we through right now?
Anywhere between 9 to 12.
Pretty much.
Who's
halfway
coming
point.
up after Carter?
Should be Jack Wilson,
Okay.
Garrett's little brother.
big little brother.
We'll run through this next group as well. Then we'll take just a 10-minute break. Then we'll come back and we'll keep you all the way till the end, including player interviews.
After Carter puts out, we'll see if we can't get Ryan Hunsey for an update on the team.
I got an update from my mom about Jack. She said he's struggling today. He's pretty frustrated, so he's walking to the tee right now. So he looks to be hopefully in good spirits, but kind of a rough day for him.
Y'all need to have headpieces here with this wildness is going on right now in my ear. I'll tell y'all off camera. I'm legit cold.
I'm a little chilly as well. So Jack Wilson's on the tee right now at 9. I don't think he's going to be hitting first, but he hits it a long way. So that bunker in the left side of the fairway should not be a problem for him. He can blast it right over that and hopefully have a wedge to the screen.
What do we have going on?
I think that group in front of them is in the trees looking for a ball, possibly. They've been over there for a while.
Yes, they are.
I think I cracked my phone, but
Morgan can't keep up with
tell
stuff.
who's ball to
I
for.
own a cell phone repair place, so I'll be all right.
Man of many hats.
They must have found it. Headed back to the fairway.
someone sitting on number 9 tee box.
Grayson Jones, welcome back.
Thanks,
Thank
Garrett.
you for letting us know you were leaving.
Just went to get an update.
What kind of update? Well, give us the update.
Well, McKinney boys only 2 over on their round.
Amazing round.
Texas High is, I believe, 14 or 15 over par today, but you've got 2 or 3 of the guys are only at 2 to 3 over, and then there's just the 3 and 4 guys are just falling back a little bit, but still got some holes left to make that up.
Looks like one of the players in Carter Maneth's group is walking back to the tee, so obviously they did not find the golf ball, so he'll have to re-tee. He'll be hitting his 3rd shot from the tee box.
Tough break. But I do have to say I've lost many golf balls on this hole over there in those woods. They just disappear.
Well, at this point of the year, the leaves are falling, and
Yeah.
so and the greens crew just pushes all the leaves towards the trees, so you can definitely lose the ball pretty easily.
Yeah, crazy enough, Garrett will remember this. My freshman year, we played a tournament in Lufkin at Crown Colony, and there was a lot of leaves, and they had a rule that if you hit it in the trees and you're confident that you would have been able to find it, you can take a free drop as a relief from the leaves.
What?
What a rule.
I mean, that's completely illegal in any other golf tournament. I don't know how
It's a
they got
tournament I
away
was
with playing.
There was
I took advantage of the
We were
rule.
back to
yeah,
the
some
tee
people
box.
took
Definitely.
some extensive advantage
Yeah.
of that rule.
Oh yeah, my ball's in here, no big deal. I would have found it. I'd have found it. It's just under a leaf.
You know, just take a free drop, you know, in this little better spot over here.
This
That
one's
one
gonna
is
be way
going right.
That tends to happen a lot. You know, you hit one shot in the left junk and you just don't want to hit it there again. Mentally, there's just a block there, and you tend to hit it very far the opposite direction.
Yeah, just overcompensate. Make sure you don't do the same mistake twice.
There's a big following of that group back there also that's waiting to tee off.
It's Jack Wilson. That is my whole family. We got them all.
A big family.
We are. We got 2 sets of grandparents over there. Parents, friends.
We have a lot of people watching on YouTube right now.
Okay, Carter's putt on 9 is tracking. Just needs to go a little bit. Leaves it about a foot short, so he'll have that left for par.
Carter Maneth par on number 9.
Morgan, I know you told us. I'm not sure if you told the viewers. You know, as far as we're aware, it's the first time there's ever been a high school golf tournament live streamed.
Yeah, so we were looking. For those who don't know, Texas County Game Day is not that old. We started in August, kind of on a whim, and so I was looking for something I could look at to say, hey, this is something we need to do it like this, and we could not find anything anywhere nationally where a high school golf tournament has been live streamed comparable to what we're doing now from multiple camera angles, and exciting for us. I'm sure it's exciting for these players and everybody watching at home. Of course, I was a little worried about it because you just don't know. So the only thing we had to look at was professional golf, and they're pretty tough to beat with the way they do it. Maybe we'll have some shot tracers next year.
But we have a tower behind 18 green that we can get in next year.
Yeah, I don't know. You
Preferably with some heating.
Yeah, talk to Billy about that one.
You know,
I
it
was-
also says a lot about Texas County Country Club being able to help us get the internet set up and get everything done so that we're able to do this.
Yeah, they got it done quickly as well.
I think you need to have Jim Nance here next year.
Yeah, we're taking resumes right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd make the cut.
We just need somebody here to start off saying, hello, friends.
Carter Maneth looks like he's getting ready to tee off on number 9. I'm sorry, Jack Wilson. I apologize.
Come on, man.
We did some green screen stuff with the Texas High golf team 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he says he hits bombs.
He does hit bombs.
Well, we will see.
Okay, so we have the fourth shot from the third member of the Carter Maneth group. After he re-teed, he left it, I guess, somewhere on the right side of the fairway, and then played his fourth shot just short right of the green.
He was actually in the trees right of the cart path.
That's a really good
went
shot
over
to
the
get it there
trees.
then.
Jack
So-
Wilson getting ready to hit his drive on number 9, setting up to the ball. I'll try to see where the golf ball goes. Looks like he might have an iron in his hand. Okay, quick tee pickup. Looks like it's going to be good.
Where'd he go?
He picked the tee up really quickly, so it should be right in the middle of the fairway.
It looked like it was going straight down the middle. So
Yep, good drive for Jack.
You know, we have a really great golfer watching on YouTube right now, Ben Davis.
Shout out Ben.
How's it going, Benny?
He was your caddy APT tournament,
He
wasn't
was my caddy.
Yeah. Can't believe you didn't pick me.
I actually caddied for Ben in the finals of the Arkansas State match play this summer.
He almost won that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He made it to the finals, and he got beat on number 16 by grade champion Wes McNulty. He's got 12 state amateur titles in Arkansas.
Wow.
That's pretty good. So over on 9 green, this will be the 5th shot for J.J. Pierce on the right side of the green.
Rolled
Nice
out
little
very
chip there at
nicely.
about 3 feet.
Should be able to make that for a double.
Not what you want, but all things considered, trying to limit the damage after losing the ball off the tee shot.
And there's not too many things in the game more demoralizing than hitting a shot you think is fine, going down there and not being able to find the ball.
100%.
Sam Stanko now has 4 votes for commentator.
Guys, I'm going to really need y'all to pull through.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I'm going to cut this entire thing off if somebody doesn't say that Morgan's the best. Hey, my wife's watching. Jennifer, I'm going to need you to do that right now.
Every vote for Morgan is a vote for Garrett, too, so. Let your voices be heard.
Jack Wilson electing to carry his bag instead of the push cart.
He's a man.
He's doing the 1 strap, too. He's not a 2-strap man.
I think those bags only have 1 strap, don't they?
They do.
Well, never
So
mind.
not much of an option there for
He's a
Jack.
one-strap kind of guy.
See if we can get an update from head coach Ryan Hunsey on how the Tigers are doing.
How are your Tigers looking right now?
They're hanging in there. You know, last I checked, we were 2 or 3 shots back from second place. McKinney Boyd seems to be running away with it right now, as I think they're only 2 over par as a team. So if we could get second place, sneak in second place, that would be outstanding. I'm already super excited of how they're competing today, and if it stopped right now, I'd be pleased with how they finished. I think it'd be a top 5. So we just got to grind it out. About an hour to go.
Jack Wilson coming up the fairway.
Yeah, he's had another tough day today. Hadn't made any big numbers, but a lot of bogeys. So he's been struggling with the short game, chipping and putting a little. So
We have our first person that's going to get banned from Texarkana Game Day, Thomas Parker, for his comment.
what do you say?
I didn't want to say it out loud.
Wow. Thomas. Awesome comment there.
He doesn't know about my comeback game. I'm going to wait for him to post something. I'm going to get him back.
Playing with fire, Thomas.
I'm looking for Jack. I don't see him. Where's he at?
Jack's in the left side of the fairway,
Yeah.
just over that bunker. Looks to be the first to play. Should only have a wedge in, probably 130 yards.
Pulled it long and left.
Hold it. That'll be a tough up and down, but not the toughest on this green, so try to get out of here with par and move along.
Brian, do we have any other Texas High players following this group on 9?
Yeah, we've got 2 more. So after Jack will be Will Patterson and then Camden Robertson. Camden is still having, he had a great day yesterday, shot 74. And last I checked, coming off 5, he was 2 over on the day. So he's playing great. He made a bomb from off the green to save par on 5. It was
Dropping
big
bombs.
putt.
There's some big groups following these players.
Yeah, no doubt. There's Saturdays everyone else off work, and they're going to come watch the kids play.
Where are the leaders at right now? Like, would they take the ones that teed off on the 1?
So those guys would have been, they would have just passed us probably 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. McKinney Boyd is in our group, so they're in white right there. They're leading. South Lake Carroll's in second, and they're in the group in front of us. Looks like we moved
Looks
back
like
to
Jack
4
has a
shots out of the
chip.
second.
Coming from the left side of the green on number 9.
Yeah, it'll be kind of difficult, but like I said, it's not the hardest they could have. So definitely looking to get this one within 4 feet. Missed this spot by a little bit and left it probably 10, 12 feet short, so gonna have to make a good putt.
We have a Texas High player teeing off on number 9.
That will probably be Will.
Yep.
It looks like he hasn't. No, that's a driver. I apologize. Looking swing. Looks like it's going to be right, though.
Looks like it's hanging right. Yep, you're right. Hopefully he's far enough back there that he won't have any tree trouble. He can have a clear shot to the green.
You want a message about your shirt?
Yeah, I'll get you one.
All right.
Might be a while. I have to order a guitar.
Wow, 19. That kid from McKinney Boyd. Or no, that's Legacy, I think. Lipped out a long putt. Jack Wilson with his par attempt. Probably closer to 15 feet. Come on, buddy. Just missed.
Looks like Will's going to be well right of the cart path, judging by where people are parking their carts, looking for the golf ball. Ryan Thomas is trying to get some brownie points. He says, "Hey guys, just want to say that Ryan had some huge shoes to fill with the loss of Coach Jay, but that young man has done a wonderful job with both boys and girls teams."
That's awesome. He's been a huge help, honestly. But that does mean a lot. Jay did so much, not only for his tournament, but and for the high school, but just for golf in general, especially junior golf in Texarkana. So it is some huge shoes to fill, no doubt.
So can we get a camera on Will coming up 9? He's going to be to the right of the cart path. To the left of the cart path from our angle. What kind of light do you think he's going to have down here, Ryan, in that kind of area?
Probably a fairly tight lie. There's not much grass over there. A lot of it gets worn down, so he's going to need to pick this one clean.
Do you think he'll punch this one out? He looks a
I
little
hope so.
close to those trees.
I hope so. Hoping he's just trying to punch out in front of the green so he can chip up, get up and down.
So when I was in high school, our coaches weren't allowed to coach us on the green. Is that the same here?
Still the same. We can
Okay.
coach them all the way up, but we can't give them any input about their putts.
Okay.
Just got the Facebook notification that Paul Gonzalez is watching. PG, love you, bro. Good college friend of mine.
Can you use that camera right there? Texas OU has kicked off, haven't they?
I was just about to look at that. Georgia's up at South Carolina, 3-0. Yes, they have kicked off, and Oklahoma has taken a 7-0 lead over Texas with 6:49 left in the first.
Nice.
They are 3rd and 5 in Texas territory, so looking to score again.
Let's see, this has making of a punch out. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's
what
an
a punch
amazing
shot
shot.
there.
Wow, what a shot.
Tell you what, that is high class. To manage to get it, I don't know if it stayed on the green, but to get it close to the green from that position was amazing.
Yeah, that was an awesome shot.
Very impressive.
I hit that shot all the time.
Sure you do.
I'd love to see the view he had from where he was, and
It
where he
wasn't
had
a
to
good one,
go
I can tell
through
you
those-
that.
No, it's
through
not a
those
pretty view
trees.
from back there.
A lot of trees, not much grass that you can look at. For those that care, Temple is up on Memphis 10-0. I don't care, but somebody might.
There's so many carts on the course that they have Northridge carts over here.
Yeah, they had to get extra. A lot of people want to follow what's going on. Like I said, this is one of the biggest tournaments in Texas, no doubt.
Great day to rent out golf carts.
Yeah.
Who do we have coming after Will? Anyone soon?
Camden.
Camden Robertson.
Okay. As soon as Camden gets done, what we're going to do is we're going to start a new live stream because we'll have a 4-hour cutoff, so we want to make sure we're not cut off in the kind of as finals come. The final group gets to 16, 17, 18.
It'll give me a great chance to go get coffee.
What happened to our helicopter that was giving us aerial shots?
I thought you told me
Oh,
we were going to
we-
have the blimp out here.
We lost connection with the helicopter. All right.
Helicopters,
Real technical
MIA.
difficulties with that.
We got a question on Facebook that we can ask Ryan.
Yeah.
This viewer, Kyle, he wants to know what the coaches and players might be saying about the difficulty of the course. I know I've played here, and I think it's very difficult, especially on the greens. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yesterday was obviously difficult because of the conditions we played in. Wind and rain and cold. But even on a good day today, this course plays difficult. And I have heard a lot of the coaches talking about mainly the difficulty around the greens. It's really, if you can play well here, your game will carry pretty much anywhere because it's a second shot golf course. It's all about where you're hitting it on the greens. Missing on the wrong side, you're looking at a bogey or double. So, yeah, players, they love being here because it's such an awesome course. Coaches as well, but they do know it's difficult for sure. They're struggling.
Seen our first Hog fan today.
He's over there. Did anybody get a chance to see where Camden hit his tee ball?
No,
He's walking down the middle of the fairway, which is a good sign. Camden.
Yeah. He parred 7-8.
Did get the update that Camden parred 7 and 8 and looks to be in the fairway maybe on 9, so good news.
Looks like Will left himself about 3 or 4 feet from par there.
And Camden's by his ball in the middle of the fairway. He probably has about 120-yard shot in.
Good position.
It looks like we've got a viewer from Michigan. My aunt just tuned in. So shout out to Aunt Dottie. Thank you for watching and supporting this live stream.
What's up, Aunt Dottie? Sorry, name Hottie Dottie.
If you want.
It is now.
Legacy with a
Boyd
nice
just
putt.
keeps on making putts.
Was that Boyd?
Yeah.
Okay. So McKinney Boyd just keeps making putts. That's what you have to do out here. When it's really cold. You're not gonna not a lot of fireworks gonna happen. You just gotta make some putts.
Yep.
Andrew Lewis is watching on Facebook. Hey, what's up, Andrew? College teammate of mine.
Garrett decided to give up golf to take up commentating.
I did. Let me know how I'm doing. Thinking of a career change.
Oh, just missed it. Just missed the putt. All right, we got Camden about to hit into the green here. Looks like he's next up.
Just got the update. He is 2 over par currently on his round. Looking for a good shot here.
Ball's up.
Holding finish.
Looks to be a little short.
It's going to be an uphill putt for him.
Looks like Thomas got one back, and he's just 2 over for the day now. How'd it go?
D.
Ball's up on 9. A lot of players missing. Not really missing, but coming up short.
Yep.
On 9.
Well,
Yeah,
this
exactly
this
how
one
you talked
typically
about.
plays about a half club uphill, and with the cold, that turns into a good club and a half. Even though it has warmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like 45 now instead of 39.
I just took my gloves off, so
That's a big step.
the sun feels good.
So what kind of chances would you give a putt like this, Emma? This uphill putt he's going to have? What kind of chances would you give this putt Cameron's going to have right here? Or is this one of those just try to get it close?
I mean, for this green, any putt going over this hill and all, it's pretty slim to make it. However, it's just all about pace.
I love on the PGA Tour when they give the stats for the make percentage.
He's got about 1.7% chance to make this.
I'd give this one about a 5%, maybe.
Well, the official stat, Texarkana Game Day certified stat is 3.7.
3.7, okay. My wishful thinking.
He just needs to hit this one with good pace and get it close.
Cam getting ready to hit his putt.
It's a great putt.
Just
Almost.
missed it. Just missed it.
What a great putt. The stat sheet just changed.
Looks like it'll be a par. Kyle Delatter on Facebook asked me a question. Have you found that cold temperatures limit the ball flight a full club? Yes. When it gets cold, number one, you have to put on more layers so your body doesn't move the way it should in warm days. And plus, the golf ball, everything shrinks in the cold. And so you don't get as much compression on the golf ball. And I've found that it goes a club, maybe a club and a half shorter, depending on how actually cold it is.
Wow. That
Maybe my
one
breath-
barely fell in.
That was kind of the same putt Cameron had, almost, wasn't it?
It was pretty close.
So percentages just went up. Three-
So
3.9.
now it's up to like 6%.
So we're going to come to the desk here real quick. Give us some scoring updates on teams. Top 5.
Okay. I'll try.
I really wanted to make that.
Yeah.
Playing good.
Currently, Texas High is in 4th place at 39 over par, behind the Woodlands, South Carroll, and McKinney Boyd in that order. I'm trying to figure out the actual scores.
Let's do this. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. We'll start a new live stream for you. We have about a 4-hour limitation on that, so we'll start a new one for you. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes. We'll bring you all the way to the end, including the player interviews.